started here shortly.
You want to start?
Huh? Yeah, I'm good. Mine's live.
How we sound?
Yeah, there you go. Shit. All right.
All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
First and foremost, we're going to face the east and give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.
Double honors as always to the apostles and bishops, the elders and great millstone as well. Peace and salutations as always to the elect. All right, we are the Hebrew Israelites, the branch of Great Millstone here in Dallas, Texas. Here another week to preach the glorious word of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, before the fall of Esau's world. All right, we're here to praise the names of the Most High God, Yahweh, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right, his name means he is, he exists. All right, Yahweh. All right, Ba'Hashem in the name. All right, of Yahweh Shai, which is the name of the only begotten Son of the Most High, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Yah, he, Yahweh Shai, all right, is the Savior, salvation. Okay, like when you go into the New Testament and you see the name Hosea in the Hebrew, that is Yahweh Shai. All right, and he, Yahweh Shai, the Heavenly Father, ordained him, all right, to be his mediator, his high priest, all right, and our way back to the Father. And through his blood that was shed when the Lord sent him on the earth as a mere human, in human flesh, pursuant to the book of Hebrews, the 2nd chapter, he came in a body just like we have. Okay, ultimately that blood was shed to cover the sins of the elect so that we can be justified into the new covenant. All right, and ultimately the seals will be open so that we here in these latter days can know and understand the scriptures, man. That's right. Through the Comforter. As a matter of fact, get the book of John, the 14th chapter. All right, around the 15th verse. If you love me, keep my commandments. Okay, because we've been comforted. All right, if you're not in the know or you're not following the true men of the Lord in these times, ultimately you're all over the place. You're confused. There's a part of you that believes things are going to get better. You think, okay, come 2008, Trump will get, taken out of office and we'll just get another leader in there or who's a Democrat who ultimately will, give us a cause that will, be for the people. But really what's getting ready to happen is this place is getting ready to be destroyed. And the powers that be are getting ready to do with government as you know it. All right, through, catastrophic events that are going to take place here in Babylon the Great throughout the world. They're going to scare you people into crying for their solution, which is digital ID that's going to lead to the MOTB, which is, all right, a surveillance inside of your skin.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And in that sense, you're going to be ultimately his possession. He's going to be your master.
Made in his image now.
Made in his image. This is what the elites of this world are planning on doing. And the whole thing is written and foretold in the Holy Scriptures, man. And here in these latter days, you have people just now waking up to the understanding of what's going on. But our apostles, our prophets, the men who the Lord set up to be at the forefront, been talking about these things before they came to pass. Right?
And even though these people are waking up to the understanding of what this devil's plans are,
right,
they don't have the solution.
Right.
That's for the prophets.
Right. And they don't want the kingdom. All right. The mass majority of you people who call yourselves Christians here in America, all right, you're drunk off of Babylon juice. Okay, because the Christian church is a part of ultimately the confusion that runs this world.
Yeah.
It's a baby of the Catholic Church. Y'all may have split, with the Protestants and all of this garbage, but ultimately y'all serve the same idols. Some Christians may say we don't worship Mary, but in the grand scheme of things, you celebrate Easter, you celebrate Christmas, okay, and all of these holy days that have nothing to do with the Holy Scriptures, man.
Yeah.
See that? Because you're off, and this is why you're not prepared here in these latter days. And you believe in your heart of hearts that things are going to get better. But as we prophesy today, hopefully we can give you people, all right, you brothers and sisters and you people who are new listeners, because we see a lot of you new listeners, right? And we don't need your fucking announcement, all right? It ain't about black, we ain't up here to teach some goddamn black supremacy, okay? There's no such thing. You can't be so-called black and supremacist in this system. And the kingdom is going to be Israelite supremacists. And the Israelites are primarily the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But you have Israelites that are going to look like the heathen nations, man. You're going to have Israelites that look like so-called Chinese, that look like so-called white, that look like so-called African, that look like the Japhetic, Polynesian, Hawaiian nations, right? But guess what? Their forefathers go back to the same forefathers as us.
Yeah.
This is a family by spirit. Okay? The spirit, it's the spirit that quickened. The flesh profited nothing. So we're not up here on no, black only kick. So you stupid ass Christians who may have saw another Israelite group, look, shut the fuck up and just listen, because you've wasted years following idols. So now you found the truth. Shut up, listen, and learn. We don't need your rhetoric. Go ahead. We'll get the scriptures.
Con, this is
Say something?
now I'm just gonna mention
Yeah.
what the elders summing up is. This has nothing to do with complexion. This is basically, we use relative terms so that a newcomer can understand what we're talking about.
Right.
But it's not something as simple as how you look.
Right.
That's very low level.
Right. And when you deal with the 12 tribes chart that we have here, it's prophesied in the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. And basically, prophetically, the children of Israel will primarily be scattered into the northwestern hemisphere. And when you look at the 12 tribes chart, it basically aligns with where all of the tribes will be fixated in the latter days. Although we know that there's a large amount of our people over in the east, over in Africa, and over in various different Asia, over in various different places. All right, but prophecy centered around the true biblical Israelites waking up will be fixated here in the land of the north.
There it is.
The northwestern hemisphere. So this chart does not represent every Israelite in the world. We know and understand that. Prophetically, where Judah and Israel will be brought back together will be here in America, in the Valley of Dry Bones, pursuant to Ezekiel the 37th chapter. Go ahead.
The sun is going to be fixed around where the greatest part of the deliverance is going to take place.
Right.
The same way back in ancient Egypt, the Israelites were delivered out of ancient Egypt. But there were Israelites in other places.
Right.
The bulk of the nation concerning prophecy is going to be in the North Country.
Right. Could we get, as a matter of fact, we'll go back to that. Get Jeremiah 16.
Okay.
So the Passover is on its way, right?
Yep.
Get Jeremiah 16. Like 14, I believe.
It's Jeremiah 16 and 14.
Right.
It says, Therefore behold the days come, saith the Lord, that it shall no more be said, the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt.
Right.
But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
From the land of the north. Now, where is the land of the north? We're in the land of the north. Okay? The land of the north represents America, Babylon the Great, the new Egypt. Okay? This is the new Egypt. This is the new Sodom. This is the new Babylon. This is the new Rome. That's why it's called the mother of all harlots. But the Lord said, when we get into the kingdom, which is going to be on earth, we're no longer going to keep the holy day of the Passover, which, commemorates our Lord delivering us out of ancient Egypt. But we're going to do what? Read that again.
Jeremiah 16 and 15. It says, But the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north.
That's it.
And from all the lands whither he had driven them.
See that? From the land of the north and from all of the lands whither he had driven them. So the land of the north represents Babylon the Great, all right, which is the Valley of Dry Bones, where Judah and Ephraim will be reunited.
That's it.
If you don't know who Judah and Ephraim is, okay, then ultimately you need to listen, okay? Because the whole Bible is centered around Judah and Ephraim. Okay, Judah and Ephraim represent, because when King David dominated the heathen, all right, and established his throne, okay, what happened for 40 years? His son Solomon, all right, had all 12 tribes, because under David, all 12 tribes banded together and acknowledged him as king. You see that? First it was one tribe, all right, but then all of the tribes, first it was just Judah, but then all of the tribes gathered and acknowledged King David as their king. This represented a united kingdom of Israel.
That's it.
Okay? But Solomon ruled for 40 years and then he sinned. So after he sinned, what happened? The Lord split the kingdom. He rent it. And we became divided by what is known as northern Ephraim, southern Judah. So the Bible, somebody, could you get some more on that? Finish that and then let's get the book of Jeremiah 30.
Okay, yeah.
In the NLT.
Just finish the 15th verse, Jeremiah 16-15. But the Lord liveth that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north,
right,
and from all the lands whither he had driven them.
There you go.
And I will bring them again. The Lord's going to set us back.
Right.
And I will bring them again into their land that I gave unto their fathers.
There you go.
Hey, Shalom.
And that land right now is a burdensome stone. Okay, as you can see, this war that's being bred and headed by the small hats is centered around not only that land, but extra land with this Greater Israel project, man. So we're living in very, very important times prophetically, where the Lord has determined that the different nations are going to be gathered together, and it's going to be a bloodbath. Mm-hmm. There's going to be a bloodbath, and it's all centered around the Lord's people, Judah and Israel, Judah and Ephraim. There's some more?
That is going to the fishers and hunters.
Yep. Now, let's go to Jeremiah 30 and start at, you can read it in the NLT.
Okay. This Jeremiah 30. And, you want me to start the...
Start at 1.
Yeah. All right, Jeremiah 30:1 in the NLT. All right, it reads, the Lord gave another message to Jeremiah. He said, this is what the Lord God of Israel says.
Right.
Write down for the record everything I have said unto you, Jeremiah, for the time is coming when I will restore the fortunes of my people, of Israel and Judah.
See that? Israel and Judah. Okay? And when you get the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, okay, Israel and Judah will be reunited in what is called the Valley of Dry Bones. Okay? So here it is. You got all of these people who believe in the Bible, but they're telling us we're lying, we're preaching a false narrative. Well, where's the fulfillment of that? Where's the fulfillment of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter? Is it the people that are in the land now warring and battling and fighting with a whole defense system? Show me it prophetically where the true children of Israel would have a defense system outside of the Most High through his only begotten Son in the latter days. See, and the chickens are coming home to roost for you Edomites. The Lord has basically ushered this Edomite into his very end. You see that? And it's all centered around the true children of Israel being restored back to their land. Because not only are we under the curse of Adam, all right, but we broke the covenant. And the covenant breaking came with curses, man. And though Yahweh's blood was shed, the captivities in the book of Daniel were already written. They were sequenced one after another, and the Lord told us the final captivity will be Babylon the Great, which is the Valley of Dry Bones. And our brothers from the northern kingdom were already over here getting their asses kicked by the so-called white man, suffering from those curses. And then what happened? Judah, Benjamin, and Levi were brought over here on slave ships. Okay, this marked the reuniting of the tribes. This is why it's so foreign. We're foreign with one another. You know, as a matter of fact, we get Isaiah 11. Read some more on that.
This is going back to Jeremiah 30 in verse 2. All right, it reads, this is what the Lord God of Israel says.
Right.
Write down for the record everything I have said to you, Jeremiah.
Right.
For the time is coming when I will restore the fortunes of my people, Israel and Judah.
There you go. He told him to write this. Go ahead.
I will bring them home to this land that I gave to their ancestors.
It's not going to just be the Jews, which Jew represents one tribe.
Yep.
Yahweh, showing you the Lord's name is in one of the tribes, Judah, which is the fourth born son of Jacob, right? or it can be symbolic of the southern kingdom,
kingdom, yeah.
which is Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, who went into the Babylonian captivity, the Medo-Persian captivity, the Greek captivity, the Roman captivity. The northern kingdom had already left.
Yeah.
They left during the Assyrian captivity and came over prophetically. It's written in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 13th chapter. They came over here.
Yeah.
This is why when you read in Columbus and his counterpart, his contemporaries' diaries, they were describing the true biblical Israelites who were over here. Okay? And yeah, they were bronze and dark and light brown, light to dark brown, but guess what? They mixed and mingled even from the time when okay, the northern kingdom was always mixing with the heathen. You see, and that's something the Lord did so that ultimately this thing will be spiritual, man. The rejoining of the tribes will be through Yahushai's sacrifice and not through how we look. It will be through uniting in doctrine, uniting in spirit. And this separates this great awakening from anything that our people have ever tried to do. The Black Panthers, the Brown Berets, BLM, okay? Brown Pride, these stupid ass flags you Northern Kingdom are shaking around. Niggas don't even have a flag. What's the nigga flag? The American flag?
Shit, the blood and crip bandana.
The blood and crip bandana, the American flag.
I
That's
ain't,
all it is.
I ain't gonna do y'all, but they do have an African American flag. It's black, green, and like yellow and some bullshit.
Like
Yeah.
the Hamite one? Yeah.
Yeah, they made up. It made it back a while. It was years ago.
Ah, yeah, you got to show me that. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can get a good ass.
Yeah, a black flag.
Yeah.
Get out of here, right?
I ain't black no more.
Right. Now, finish that up.
Oh, slide.
Jeremiah 30 and verse 3. For the time is coming when I will restore the fortunes of my people, Israel and Judah.
Right.
I will bring them home to this land I gave to their ancestors, and they will possess it again.
Right.
I, the Lord, have spoken.
See, the Lord has spoken. All 12 tribes, because when Solomon ruled, all 12 tribes, it said Judah and Israel, right? Somebody get that in 1 Kings, the 4th chapter, and around the 9th verse, 1 Kings 4. Because the last time there was a true government of the true biblical Israelites, that was under King Solomon. A united kingdom of Israel, the last time that happened was under King Solomon, and the next time it's going to happen is going to be under who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So we don't acknowledge, we don't know what the hell that is going on over there with this whole state of Israel thing. What is that? Where is it prophesied? Yeah, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
Where is that prophesied in the Bible? That there will be a state, a prime minister.
Huh?
None of these things are prophetic. The scriptures talk about the throne of David. That's the government that's
1990.
getting ready to be set up on the earth after this whole fiasco of a kingdom falls, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
See that? Somebody got it?
I think it's at 21.
Yeah. That's it.
1 Kings 4:21. And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms from the river
They even know
unto the
it's-
land of the Philistines
Right.
and unto the border of Egypt.
See, that's the land that you see these devils trying to get control of, and even more, what they call today the Middle East, which is really Western Asia. See, Solomon ruled out of the land that was promised to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All 12 tribes were together. That's the last time there was a true government of Yasha'Allah, the Israelites. Read it again, Baba Kishah.
1 Kings 4:21. And Solomon reigned over all kingdoms
Right.
from the river unto the land of the Philistines and unto the border of Egypt.
There you go.
They brought presents and served Solomon all the days of his life.
Uh-huh. It says that Judah and Israel.
25.
25. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump to 25. It says, and Judah and Israel dwelt safely, every man under his vine and under his fig tree, from Dan even to Beersheba, all the days of Solomon.
Chilling.
Man,
Judah and Israel.
yep. Safely.
Safely. We were safe.
Yep.
Wasn't no war.
Security.
Wasn't no heathen, with a mosque,
Right.
a heathen mosque set up.
Solomon.
We were sovereign. And David had already beat the heathen down, so Solomon was just chilling. There's another one where it says Judah and Ephraim, where it's the sand of the sea, eating, drinking, and being merry. It's in that same chapter.
Verse 20.
20. Yep.
Yep. 1 Kings 4:20. Judah and Israel were many as the sand which is by the sea, in multitude, eating and drinking and making merry.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Happy, eating and drinking and making merry, man. But because of Solomon's sin, all right, we were split. All right, and from that point, we've been into captivity after a while, because we didn't really go into captivity until the Assyrians, which was during the time of King Hezekiah, who sat on the throne of David. But we were dismembered as a nation. And all right, it was just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. The northern kingdom went completely off. All of their kings, until they were kicked out of the land, were just done. You had a few remnants of righteous men, Elijah, Elisha, Hosea, and certain other, notable, prophets who were trying to preach to them, Jonah, right? But for the most part, the northern kingdom, they missed the mark. So the Lord left, all right, a remnant in Judah to continue this thing, leading all the way up to the Roman Empire, man, when Yahushua was born. And when Yahushua was born, him gathering Peter and the 12 started the rebuilding of that very house. Starting with Judah. The tents of Judah had to be raised up first. Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, man. So this is what this thing is all about. Yahushua's coming was never centered around saving the whole world. It's centered around gathering the house of Israel back together. As a matter of fact, can we get Acts 1 and 8? See that? Because that's the kingdom that's going to come to the earth that we just read about, but it's going to be in even greater fashion under Yahushua. And Solomon was decked out. The heathen came all the way from where they were from to bring gifts and to hear the wisdom of Solomon, man. Thanks. See that? They had to learn from us. How much more in the kingdom of heaven under Yahushua? Let's go.
Acts 1 and 8. It reads, "But ye shall receive power."
Start at 7.
Acts 1 and 7. It says, "And he said unto them,"
Start at 6.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, shit, you should know that.
Yeah. Acts 1 and 6. "When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, wilt thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?"
See that? They were asking Yahushua. This is before the Lord went back to the right-hand side, after he raised from the dead. Now imagine being with a man after you saw him get his ass beat, right? Man. After you've seen him, and then he come back to you after you know he died. He come back to you, and for 40 days he's breaking bread with men and women who believed in him. Right? Could you imagine their faces seeing him after he rose from the dead? So there came a point where he was about to go back to the right-hand side that they were like, wait a minute. His disciples were like, okay,
what's
well, are you going to restore? Could you get that in the NLT? Because it reads interesting. It lets you know that they kept asking. See that?
Harassing them.
They were harassing them. Go ahead.
Acts 1 and 6 in the NLT. It says, "So when the apostles were with Yahushua, they kept asking him."
They kept asking him. Go ahead.
"Lord, has the time come for you to free Israel and restore our kingdom?"
See that? Because that's what prophecy is centered around. We just read one in the book of Jeremiah, where it talks about the Lord is going to restore, bring again the captivity of Judah and Israel, man. See that? So they were like, okay, are you going to free us from the neck of this devil, the Romans, and restore our kingdom? That's what they kept asking. Yeah. And what did he say? Go ahead.
He replied, "The Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times.
Right.
And they are not for you to know."
That's what I'm saying. You got the NLT and you still think that God and Jesus is the same person? They done broke it down.
Yeah, they don't get it.
You know what I'm saying?
Because who the world calls Jesus is a God. Because the Hebrew word for God means power.
Yep.
It's Allah. It means power. It's a Hebrew word. They say Elohim. It's really Allah. Okay? And yes, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus is a God. He is a power. But he's not the most high power.
Yeah.
He was created. He was given power. He didn't give himself authority.
Right.
He was given authority. He didn't send himself to be a sacrifice. He was sent.
Yeah, we put that in the chat GPT.
Yeah.
For chat GPT to break down what does it mean when it says the Father in the Son and the Son in the Father.
Right.
And it broke it down. It was like, yeah, it means that they agree in one.
They agree.
They're not the same person, but they You know
Well,
what I'm saying? It says
It
it.
said the elect will be as one with them. So
Right.
does that mean we're on the same level as the Most High or even Yahweh Shai? No.
Yeah.
We're in our order.
Yeah.
Just about to say
There's a difference between the Ancient of Days, who has no beginning and end, and the man in Revelation, who's the Alpha and Omega.
Yep.
You know?
Yahweh Shai, man. So what was his answer to that request? Go ahead.
Reading again, Acts 1 and 7 in the NLT, he replied, the Father alone has the authority to set those dates and times.
He telling you that, you know, here it is. He's on the cross. Father, Father. But he talking to himself?
Come on now.
Here it is. He asked his father before he was sacrificed, could you restore me to the relationship that I had with you from the beginning? But then they the same.
He just looking in the mirror
He-
the whole time.
He got baptized by John, and then he came down from the heavens and spoke to himself and
Yeah,
said, this is my beloved.
son, in who I'm well pleased.
Nah.
You Christians are bugged out, man. This is why you don't have nothing to tell us. We need to tell you what to do. Right? Go
Calling
ahead.
the police.
Right. Verse 8, Acts 1 and 8 NLT. Man. But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit comes upon you.
Right.
And you will be my witnesses, telling people about me everywhere. In Jerusalem, throughout Judea, in Samaria, and to the ends of the earth.
See that? So it started in Judea, in Jerusalem, in that region. All right, because that's where the Jews were of the circumcision.
Yeah.
Okay, Yahweh Shai's initial gathering was from amongst the circumcision. Okay, and then leading into the book of Acts.
Hey.
Okay, you read about how they ultimately, all right, eventually went into Samaria because you still had Israelites up there who were known that and that was a big friction because Judah and Ephraim have been beefing. They've been warring back and forth for ages, man. Okay, so by the time you get to the New Testament, you have to understand that the
Appreciate you, man.
Jews looked at the northern kingdom as complete subjects to idols and heathen Samaritans. Okay, because we know the history behind the heathen being placed in their land, the water, right? We know the history. So the Jews in those of the southern kingdom, Judah, and those of the northern kingdom had friction, man.
Yep. Big time.
Big time. The Jews looked at it like, look, we're the ones who are responsible for our nation still being a nation. You niggas left, okay, under Jeroboam. They established their own priesthood outside of the priesthood of Levi. So there's a history you got to understand. So it started in Judea, Jerusalem, where the Jews were, and then eventually they went to Samaria because you had even scattered Israelites amongst there, right, who needed to break down. But he said eventually you're going to be in the uttermost parts of the world. See that? And the Great Awakening happens as we're scattered in our final captivity in the uttermost parts of the world. Babylon the Great, where Judah and Ephraim will be ignited through the Holy Spirit, which can only come by the blood of Yahweh Shai, and ultimately come back to the understanding of who they were in the land of their captivity. They're going to remember themselves. That's what the prophecy is talking about. So all of this madness that we see happening over there in the east, okay, has nothing to do with the true children of Israel, but it does because we're going to get Joel 3 and explain all of that. And Lord willing, you can leave this video, this live show teaching that we're doing with understanding, more understanding than you had before you turned it on. That's the goal here. That's right. So that we edify you. The word edify means to build up. Okay, we're not out here to play games with you people, man. We're out here to tell you, can't you see what's happening in the world?
Right.
Okay, you think it's going to stop? But the scriptures has an answer to everything in there. You know? You got something?
I got that Isaiah 11.
Yep, let's get that Isaiah 11.
This is Isaiah 11 and 10. It says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse,
Right,
which shall stand for an enzyme of the people.
right. He's going to be, ultimately, it's Yahweh Shai. Who's Jesse? You know who Jesse is?
Yeah, David's dad.
There you go. That's
Father.
David's father. Okay? When you read the book of Ruth, she linked with Boaz. Boaz linked with her. And they had Obed, all right, who had Jesse, who had David, who had Solomon. And this is the lineage of kings which our Lord and Savior was born in the earth, which come from Judah through Perez. All right. So the days are coming. Will the Lord read that again?
Isaiah 11:10, it says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse,
Right.
which shall stand for an enzyme of the people.
Right.
To it shall the Gentiles seek.
Oh my God, Gentiles. Oh my God, it says Gentiles.
Throw the baby out the bathwater.
See, to it shall the Gentiles seek. Because Israel will be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. And we know prophetically, we know ultimately we became Gentiles. We became like heathen.
Right.
But look up that word. As a matter of fact, do me a favor, look up that word, right? Because I want to show you something. Then somebody get Genesis, the 35th chapter, and start at the 10th verse.
It's Genesis 35.
In the NLT.
Okay.
No. You read that
Okay.
word first. Gawaya.
Yeah.
Yep.
Gawaya.
Gawaya.
It
Or
says,
Goyim.
yep.
Go ahead.
That's how the heathen said.
Yep.
Yep.
you
Gawaya,
got
it
this.
says nation,
Okay.
people, usually of non-Hebrew people.
Uh-huh.
And then it says of
18.
descendants of Abraham,
Uh-huh.
of Israel.
Of Israel. So Israel can be likened unto Goyim as they're scattered and they lose their way. They can be likened unto what? Goyim, because they're outside of the land. They weren't born in their land. And when you weren't born in the land, to a person of Israel born in the land, you're looked at as a kind of like a no people.
Lord,
But that same word, Gawaya, let's get the book of Genesis 35.
yeah.
All right, I got it in the NLT.
10.
I'm gonna start at
No. Just read it in King
Read it.
James.
Oh.
Yeah. Unless it's good.
Okay, Genesis 35 and 10
Yep.
in NLT.
Yeah.
Saying, your name is Jacob, but you will not be called Jacob any longer. From now on, your name will be Israel.
Mhm.
So the Lord renamed him Israel.
Mhm.
Then the Lord said, I am El Shaddai, God Almighty.
Allah Shatya. Terrible demon-like power. Go ahead.
Be fruitful and multiply. You will become a great nation, even many nations. Kings will be among your descendants.
See, and we just read about some of the kings. Now look up that word nations. It said, all right, read it again. Read it in the King James.
All
Then read it, go to the word.
All right. Genesis 35 and 10, it says, and the Lord said unto him, thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall be called Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name.
Uh-huh.
And he called his name Israel.
Uh-huh.
And the Most High said unto him, I am God Almighty.
Mhm.
Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee,
So be of thee. Go ahead.
and the shall be of thee, and the kings shall come out of thy loins.
The king shall come out of thy lawn. Read the next verse.
All right. And the land which I gave Abraham and Isaac and to thee, I will give thee and thy seed after thee.
So it said a nation and a company of nations are going to come of you. Let's look up that word nations. Shall come of Jacob, shall come out of his loins, the 12 tribes came. When this was told unto him, what was the word that was used for nations?
Boy.
Gawaya.
Yep.
The same word we read here. So miss me with that shit.
Yeah.
Okay? It's
Yep.
the same word. Now sometimes you can go into the scriptures and Goyim can be talking about a heathen people. But this is where the spirit of discernment is put on the men of the Lord to discern between when to use and when not to use. It's a skill that only can come from above. It's not of us. Ultimately the men of the Lord are the authorities on these scriptures. Not your ordained priest and pastor.
Yeah.
Right.
Fumbling with little kids with blood in his back throat.
Damn, that's nasty.
Okay? How's your priest and your preacher the throat go? What the hell is that all about, you freaky ass Edomites, man? So clearly, those Goyim are Israelites. He said they're going to come of you. Did every nation in the planet Earth come out of Jacob? No. It's talking about the 12 tribes, man. Which he had through multiple women. Okay? So that's it. Let's go back to Isaiah 11.
Back in Isaiah 11 and 11, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day
Right.
that the Lord shall set his head again the second time.
Start over at the top where you started at. Man.
Isaiah 11 and 10, it says, and in that day there shall be a root of Jesse,
Right.
which shall stand for an enzyme of the people. To it shall the Gentiles seek.
Right.
and his rest shall be glorious.
So ultimately, the children of Israel, as we're scattered, we can't seek the Lord through the law. We have to get back to the Most High through Yahweh Shai. So through Yahweh Shai, the scattered Israelites will be brought back, man, to the Most High. To it shall the Gentiles seek. And the word Gentile in the Greek just means ethnos, ethnicity. It could be talking about the ethnicity of the heathen, or it could be talking about the ethnos of the Israelites. Again, you have to be able to discern. Okay? Because this word Gentile has bugged everybody out.
Man, stumbling block.
Yep,
John chapter 10, when he says, I have sheep that are not of this fold.
yep.
Speaking of scattered.
There you go.
Israelites.
The scattered Israelites, man. Okay? Which would be, some would be in Samaria, and then eventually, as prophecy goes, it will be to the uttermost parts of the earth. Because the northern kingdom were over here. You see that?
All right.
The northern kingdom weren't in the land like that primarily when Yahweh Shai came on the scene. Some of them were there. Right? Let's go. Let's go back.
Isaiah 11:11, it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time
Right.
to recover the remnant of his people,
See that? The remnant of his people. Go ahead.
which shall be left from Assyria
Uh-huh.
and from Egypt
Uh-huh.
and from Pathros
Right.
and from Cush
Right.
and from Elam
Yep.
and from Shinar.
So all of these various places where we associate with heathen, guess what? Israelites are there. That's why when the priest Yawan read earlier, it said that the Lord was going to gather us from the land of the north and
Yeah,
the various different places where we've been scattered.
that's right.
How is that going to happen? Through Yahweh Shai, that's the root of Jesse. We was never going to get back to the Most High through the law. The law condemns us. By the law, we know we're off and how far we missed the mark. So the Lord upgraded the standard of perfection through the blood of his son and faith in his son. See that? So the Gentiles who were scattered away from Jerusalem and broken and put under all of these curses, raised as heathen, they would need Yahweh Shai as an ensign, not the law. So to it shall the Gentiles seek. We're Gentiles. Okay? We were raised celebrating Christmas, Halloween. All right, I remember my homie walked up to me with a whole clown mask, a whole face, and said, pull this handkerchief. I pulled that shit for 20 minutes. Remember that shit? You know, chewing bubble gum out of the baseball card pack, going off, playing Mario Kart. What the hell is that? The under our forefathers back in the ancient world, we would have been doing none of that shit, man. We would have been working the land,
Right.
If they seen us today, they'll
making water
stone us.
balloons, blowing bubbles. This shit childish, man. But this is proof we're under. The Lord was not happy with us. See, Judah and Ephraim had to undergo, which Judah and Ephraim is basically the sons of Adam through Seth. All right, all the way up to Enoch, Noah, Shem, Arphaxad, Eber, Peleg, all the way up to Terah, who was Abraham's father. Abraham had Isaac, Isaac had Jacob. Jacob had 12 tribes. Those were the sons of Adam, all right, coming back, the sons of God coming back as a nation, and the Lord reintroduced himself to that nation via the laws. He basically gave us a law and showed us this is what made Adam go off. Don't do this shit. This is what the sons of God went off, and he gave us an anti-Canaanite, anti-Egyptian pamphlet on how to serve him and stay away from the shit that the serpent brought about in the garden. That's basically what it was. But guess what? That covenant that he made with us, we broke it. So what did it lead to? A curse on our ass, man. And we're still under it.
People don't understand that legacy though.
They don't get it.
You know, I know you lean in on it,
Yep.
and you know we've had private conversations about this topic.
Yep.
About the sons of God and how it relates to the nation of Israel.
Right,
If you can't connect that legacy,
right.
you can't really feel a part of what
You
you're
don't get
doing
it.
here.
Yeah.
You don't really get it.
Right.
You're just kind of just reading the Bible.
Right.
You're not really connecting and understanding how important that line is and what
Right.
it's meant to be.
Right.
You got to connect yourself and understand that legacy to really to know what you're protecting.
Right.
in the spirit. It's a
Way
big
up.
deal.
It's a very big deal.
It's the deal, actually,
Right.
Right.
more than anything.
You know how you would open that Bible back in the day and you would see, you know, your father's father, you know, your mother's, you know,
Yeah.
all of the, you know, the Bible gives us that in the first 5 books.
Yeah.
It's giving you your legacy. Moses got that history and wrote it, a very abridged version
Yeah.
for us to have, but it's our legacy. It starts with the heavenly legacy, and as it translated to the earth with Adam and the sons of God, and why we fell, how we fell.
Yeah. And if it wasn't important, Matthew 1:1 wouldn't start off the way that it does.
Right. And Luke.
Yeah.
Luke, the
Well,
third
all
chapter.
the, you know, all of them.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't start off that way.
Right.
If it wasn't a key aspect of prophecy,
Right.
the Most High's intention, legacy, and everything.
Right.
You know?
Right. Right. Let's finish that in Isaiah 11. Let you have something.
Yeah, I had a prophecy.
Yep,
I don't know if y'all read it.
Yep.
The Deuteronomy 28:64. It says that the Lord shall scatter thee among all people
Yep.
from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other
We will
gods.
become goyim. We will become just like the heathen.
Yep.
We will become a no people. See
This
that?
happened to the Israelites.
This happened to the Israelites.
Yep.
That's why your ass was in that Christian church reading Easter speeches on Easter Sunday.
Yeah.
That was your ass fulfilling that. All of us.
Praise dance.
Okay? Corn dogs. Remember those?
Damn it, man.
Just full of swine.
Yeah, with the mustard on it.
And then, God forbid your parents let you fry that motherfucker. That was a piece of the kingdom back then. A fried corn dog and mustard?
Yeah, the muscle was
Catfish and mustard and what's that show? With Urkel?
Oh man.
Family Matters? Oh my goodness, that was the kingdom.
A
A
replay.
Friday with catfish, mustard, and coleslaw,
Tater tots
and some hot sauce.
fantastic.
And then you look up and your mom and dad watching Family Matters. It was like, nigga, this is it. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Winslow turn around, catch the ball. Right? Then Martin came out. Like you couldn't tell us that was, but we were what? We were heathen. That's why Shanae didn't make us frown.
Right.
That's why a man with a dress was funny to us. That was hilarious. And the show was absolutely, it was Jake. It was brilliant, but it was folly at the end of the day. The whole Gentile experience was folly, but even in that folly, the Lord left a little greatness in our people, man. You see that? But we striving for something even better.
That's not even.
Not even close.
Oh my God! And it just shows how low level our people are.
Yeah.
Because I know what you're doing.
Man.
I know what you're doing. But that's how low level our people are, man. You know, you're relating,
My
and it's just like now when I think about it, I was like, we are so low
we were
level.
through. We were through.
Good.
So low
It
level.
should make you ashamed.
This nigga then he got high and running all in the streets talking about they trying to kill me. Through the legacy of all of your actors and singers, Marvin Gaye, failures.
Fried died.
Richard Pryor,
Laid to the
failure,
side.
all of them through. But you look at them niggas, you listen to him, you like this nigga, Jordan.
Now that's how they look at NBA. What's
Yeah.
his name? Young boy.
Yeah, that's the guy now.
He's so misunderstood.
You know, Scissor.
Scissor.
Get the fuck out of here.
Look like the lion from The Wiz.
She really does.
Damn,
Because that ain't even her real face.
About what you talking
yeah. It's
Like all of your celebrities,
R&B
this
hoe.
madness, man. You Yahweh Yom, you became Goyim.
Mm-hmm.
But through Yahweh Shai, the Goyim, the heathen, who ultimately fell under a hardcore bondage of curses and were bowing to idols, okay, have a way back to him outside of the law. That's the good news. Because if the Lord kept us under the standard of the law, we would never be able to get back to him. That's the importance of that root of Jesse. So that us as Israelites can have a way back through faith now. It's not that the law is null and void, but faith is the determining factor, because you got people who walk around with fringes and talk about the law all day, but when it comes to prophecy and what the Lord is getting ready to do, the MOTB, they don't have faith. When it comes to the Lord's raising from the dead, they don't talk about that. They rather march around and boast in themselves. What do we have to boast in when this man came to the earth, got his ass beat, and rose from the dead? That's something to talk about. The Lord is who we boast in, man. We ain't here to boast in ourselves. Okay? Now let's go back to, Isaiah 11.
Isaiah 11, and I'll read 11 again. It says, "And it shall come to pass in that day
Right.
that the Lord shall set his hand again the second time to recover the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, and from Egypt, and from Pathros, and from Cush, and from Elam, and from Shinar, and from Hamath, and from the islands of the sea."
No, they're gonna all come from Poland.
Right.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Fuck out of
The
here.
land of Ashkenaz.
They're all coming from Poland and the Ukraine. These are the most unscattered people ever.
Right.
They all right there.
Right there.
Hey,
Fulfilling this
hey, yo.
prophecy.
Right. Where's the land of the north? Where's Ephraim? Where's the northern kingdom? They're supposed to be coming back together right now. Who's doing that? Who's the only group of people, even the camps who are off, all right, those who teach the truth about who the true Israelites are, they're talking about the tribes coming back together. There's only one group of people doing that, the Israelites. The small hats ain't talking about the throne of David being set up. They're talking about forwarding their program to establish the Greater Israel Project, which ultimately is control of the full, what they call Middle East.
Yep.
Because ultimately, this war that we see happening is ultimately the war that's going to determine who controls the New World Order. That's basically what's happening. Okay, this is the war basically for the souls of the people. Because once you control that region, right, Esau, he knows goddamn well what was promised to him and what was promised, what he threw away with the birthright. So now he's trying to get it back by left-hand means. And we're going to get into that, man. You see that? So that's our land. The true people will be scattered away from that land. Although you have certain of them over there, the true people will be primarily in the Babylon the Great, all right, preaching.
In the land of the north.
In the land of the north.
That's a big prophecy.
That's a big prophecy. This is a big prophecy. Keep going, keep going.
Isaiah 11 and 12, "And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcast of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah."
Whoa! So that's who the Goyim is. That's who the Gentiles are. The dispersed of Israel and Judah. So he can do what he said he was going to do in Amos 9, rebuild the tabernacle of David as in the days of old, which is ultimately northern and southern kingdom being one. And we get that precept in Ezekiel 37, or I will make them one in my hand. Okay, go ahead.
Continue. It says, "And gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
Yep.
The envy also of Ephraim shall depart."
The envy of
Oh,
Ephraim shall
Lord.
depart.
God
This
damn.
is what's going to happen through Yahweh Shai.
Boy, doing, man.
All right. It could not come through, all right, gang culture. It couldn't come through hip hop. Niggas don't even get it. The tribes are mad at each other in hip hop.
Yeah.
Fact, you got
Fat
the
Joe,
Puerto
50
Rican
Cent, yeah.
saying that we started it. You got Judah saying, no, nigga, we started it. Benjamin saying, nah, we really started it if you listen to this and that.
Yeah.
The tribes are always going to be at odds. Okay, Judah, read that again. Read that.
Isaiah 11 and 13, it says, "The envy
Oh, I got it
also of
already, but-
Ephraim shall depart,
Right,
and the adversaries
Verse
of
19.
Judah shall be cut off."
right. So the envy of Ephraim, right, shall depart. Keep going.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
So Ephraim envies Judah. And there's a brother, he's in the Des Moines camp, and he said before he came into the truth, he used to look at Jake like these motherfuckers think they all big and bad with their muscles. Their boxers are a bunch of bitches. They don't like to get hit. He was like, he hated them, but
Yeah.
he knew, he was like, these niggas got it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And Judah looks at the northern kingdom like, nigga, you white, you not an Israelite. Okay, basically, it's all about us being dark skinned, right? Your boxers are slow footed. We always beat your ass, which is not true. Sometimes the northern kingdom will get with Judah, right? But for the most part, Judah got it. But a lot of those Jakes be Reubenites.
Especially Manasseh too.
Manasseh,
They got some
They got some warriors too. Made to forget.
Every tribe.
Every tribe. And Manasseh is literally the so-called Cuban it means made to forget. And they're boxers. All of you just forget about them. They always get knocked.
Been
They're
a
great.
champion for 20 years. Nobody talk
Nobody
about
be knowing. Regan down, one of the greatest boxers to ever, pure boxers. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz, where the fuck is he? Gambo, you know what I'm saying? Felix Trinidad, nigga don't get no interviews. He ain't on no boxing shows. Nigga made you forget.
Man,
Love him though, because that's a beautiful tribe. These are the Israelites. So the envy of Ephraim, Judah is not going to vex Ephraim, and Ephraim is not going to vex Judah. But that would only be, this is still on the back of that inside. That's the root of Jesse. The only way the tribes are going to come together is through Yahushua. Other than that, it's just going to be a bunch of shit about color and things that don't matter.
Yeah.
In the northern kingdom, be thinking they Edomites.
Oh, God.
Okay? Especially a so-called a Mexican woman, or getting a position of a supervisor.
Yeah.
They lose. They're proud. They're mean.
Yeah. They be proud of that broken ass Spanish they speak.
Yeah.
Be proud of it.
Simple as hell, man. Knowing English, but do you speak Spanish? Shut the fuck up and talk some goddamn English, man.
Yeah, man.
I'm like the white man. Speak English. Be mad as hell.
Oh shit.
But I get it, because they would rather talk to, like, let's say you was in Poland and you seen a nigga with a high top, right? With his eyebrows cut. You gonna want to talk to that nigga, because he gonna kind of be able to.
Hey, this how I go out here.
He'll be able to, But the shit is just it's confused babble.
Yeah.
Babble, where the Lord made all of these various different dialects. Basically, that's what we living in, man.
That's it.
You could be living next door to a whole nigga that don't know nothing about your language, and the nigga right there every day.
Yeah. Man,
Madness.
look goofy
So-
at the mailbox.
Judah and Ephraim are going to be brought back together. Judah and Israel are going to be brought back together through Yahweh Shai. Right? You got something?
You call for Ezekiel
Read
37.
that. Hold that though.
It says Ezekiel 37 and 19. All right, it says, say unto them, thus said.
Start at like 16. Start at 15.
Okay, yeah. Ezekiel 37 and 15. It says, the word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions.
Right. A banner, a board. That's why you see us with the 12 tribe sign. Now, people will come talk shit about this prophecy right here, but they won't break it down what it means to them.
Yeah.
They'll say, that don't mean the 12 tribe sign. Well, motherfucker, what does it mean?
That's that.
How about you break it down, man? Everybody will tell you we wrong about something, but they won't break it down.
Right. Straight
If
up.
it ain't talking about making a 12 tribe sign, what is it talking about?
Right.
It means go get a stick. Well, break it down.
Where's your stick at then, nigga?
We telling you what it is in the spirit, man.
Yup.
So anybody want to tell you it ain't talking about that, your only question should be, what is it talking about?
Right.
Or shut the hell up, man.
Mark. Because you sure wasn't questioning those small hats all them years.
Yeah, but when this stick came together, what happened? A holy coalition of brothers started waking up in the truth, man.
Right.
That's why you got so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans waking up to this truth.
That's right.
Okay?
That's right.
What the hell they doing?
Man,
Nothing.
talking.
Watching and contradicting.
Waiting on
with
us
no
to put a
information.
video up so you can have a relevance in life.
Waiting to see what we have to say before they say anything. You Christians are on the back foot and you get pounded through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai, man. Just like you were saying earlier in the sermon.
Right.
They ain't never breaking down no prophecies, man.
Nope.
You got it.
And they trying.
Yeah.
Okay, now they trying to talk about where Babylon, Jimmy Doors, asking who's Amalek.
Yeah.
I forgot to bring that out.
But they don't want to bring out who's America.
Right.
They don't want to bring out, well, how does America play in prophecy?
Right.
And they wanna ignore the fact that America is over here in the so-called Middle East.
Yep.
We say, well, Syria, that fits America. But America's not. Yes, America is over in the Middle East, nigga. They got bases all up in there. You bomb that base, that's bombing America.
That's bombing America.
Same thing.
It's the same thing.
That's what's going on.
Wake
in the
up.
Persian Gulf right now.
The whole goddamn McDonald's, they over in fucking Saudi Arabia, man. They
And
eat the Big
Israel.
Mac.
Israel
All
too.
that shit over there.
Yeah.
Yes, America's over. Is in the prophecies.
Rights at the Popeyes over there.
Talking
See,
about the goddamn Vatican.
Well, Babylon's a city. It says it's a city. What? One city rules all of the commerce and the different rules over the kings of the earth. Are you that stupid?
Asinine statements, man, to fucking exonerate America. Fuck George Washington, man.
Right.
Slave wood, too fast bitch.
Yeah, hoe ass nigga.
Man,
George Washington's a hoe ass nigga, man.
Right.
Oh.
Put somebody else's teeth in your mouth.
That's
Yeah, you gotta
nasty.
be a whole ass-
Toothless
yeah,
bastard.
Yeah, that's
You
nasty
eat
as
an
fuck.
apple. You chewing an apple, but it's somebody else's teeth. Yeah, you nasty.
You hate niggas, but you got the nigga teeth in your wooden dentures. You nasty bitch. But you got them carved inside of a mountain.
Right.
Fuck you, man. Anyway, man,
Oh,
slap
yeah.
you, man.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel,
Shameful spewing.
Ezekiel 37, verse 17, we'll pick back up. And join them one to another in one stick.
Read 16 again.
Ezekiel 37, 16, it says, Moreover, the Son of Man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and for the children of Israel, his companions. Then take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel, his companions. And join them one to another in one stick.
So we've gone through in the spirit of the apostles, elders, and the men before them have gone through the prophecies and broken down that stick of Judah and Ephraim. Nobody else is doing it though.
Nope.
They won't tell you where's Ephraim, where's Gad, and prove it in prophecy.
Nope.
They'll tell you it don't matter when the scriptures say something different.
Right.
If the tribes don't matter, what's Ezekiel 37 here talking about?
Right. And Yahweh Shah said the scripture can't be broken.
Right.
So this has to come to pass.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 37 and 17, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand. And when the children of thy people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not shew us what thou meanest by these?
Right. When your people walk up to you with this stick, where you write all of the tribes on, and it's gonna be in your hand, literally, it's in my hand.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I'm Ezekiel, huh? Nobody want to be Ezekiel.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, exactly.
Everybody want to be David. You got 19 Davids,
Yeah,
Damn.
and all of them crazy as hell.
yeah.
Nobody
Yep.
want
Can't
to
get
be
no
for
Amos.
You know, Amos, no Arphaxad,
Yeah, I'd be Obadiah.
man, I'm telling you, Habakkuk. Nobody want to be. They want the top spot. Man, shut up. That ain't no King David. Go ahead.
Nigga, you pookie.
Ezekiel,
Reggie.
Ezekiel 37 and 19. It says, Say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel his fellows, and I will put them with him, even with the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand.
That's what we're supposed to tell our people. The Lord bringing us back together. Hey, what does it say in Baruch? In the land of their captivity, they shall remember themselves. Man. And we're fulfilling that, man. This is medicine unto us. I was sick as hell before I got out here. Now I don't feel nothing.
Shit, it was supposed to rain real bad.
It was.
The Lord held back the rain so this word could come out.
Right. Right. And even if it just starts, hey, we brought out enough. You've heard more in this sermon than 40 or 30 something years in the church. That's how it was for me when I came in. I had been in church all these years, and one day with listening to the apostles, I was like, damn.
Yeah. If you take it seriously.
If you take it seriously, right. Go ahead.
You still want more on that?
Yeah.
verse 20, Ezekiel 37:20. And the sticks whereon thou writest shall be in thine hand before their eyes, and say unto them, Thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I will take the children of Israel from among the heathen, whither they be gone, and will gather them on every side and bring them into their own land.
There you go.
You see that? So it went from those dry bones being woken up. You know what I'm saying? The breath being breathed into them, which goes into that prophetic war type energy. You see? And then it goes into how the tribes will be real simple, because you got all these prophecies talking about the reunite. You see, it talk about Judah and Ephraim being vexing each other, being in captivity together, all these different things. So it's telling the story on how they was brought back together, like the elder been saying the whole time, just like the scriptures been saying the whole time.
Right.
You know,
we ain't just out here for no reason.
Yeah.
We're fulfilling what the Lord already wrote.
Yeah, people want to talk about the good book, but they don't know about nothing in it.
Right.
You got things people got things that they can quote. You see, but without that, you can understand. You know, we've been given that understanding through the Spirit. See,
Right.
so and that's what Ezekiel 37. Yeah, Ezekiel 37 got the whole world upside down.
There you go.
Got it.
Because the Lord is going to gather his people. His people will not get the land back through a Balfour Declaration. Right. That's of your own spirit. That's of your own doing. And that's what his whole spirit is about. Cain, he did it his own way. Esau threw away the birthright. Now you're trying to get a birthright back via the sport. Finish. Let's go back here and then we're going to get to Joel, the 3rd chapter.
Isaiah 11:13 in the NLT, it says, Then at last the jealousy between Israel and Judah will end.
Right, because the tribes have not been on good terms since Solomon. Give me one.
Oh, he left something up here. He left something behind you out of the car.
Oh.
But y'all brothers is like,
Nah, I want some of that. Who told you that? Who told you that? Like James Earl Jones? I'm coming to. Who told you that? Some of that good water. I don't want this shit.
living water.
Shit come out of the McDonald's fountain.
Hey, yo.
They just pour it into the water, into the bottle.
Yep.
The water. Give me one more. I need one more. I'm a water drinker.
Yeah.
Oh,
It ain't gonna be no bottled water in the kingdom.
Absolutely not. Supposed to be drinking out of glass.
We supposed to be in vessels,
Vessels, like, yeah,
copper, gold.
Yeah.
Don't you know that enhances your water?
Yeah, it does.
Plastic takes away, man. Go ahead.
Isaiah 11:13 in the NLT, it says, Then at last the jealousy between Israel and Judah will end. They will not be rivals anymore.
They will not be rivals. So the tribes are rivals. Here it is. You got a common enemy who then whooped your ass, stole from you, mocked you, and now you're at each other's throats and not mad at him. Make that make sense. That shows you Esau Edom has our people's minds. He didn't rape, robbed you. They got holy days commemorated behind slaughtering your ass. Thanksgiving is the devil's Passover. That's basically what it is. That's Satan's Passover, where he's celebrating the slaughtering the children of Israel and getting his promised land.
Also, the tribes being at odds with each other shows that they're Israelites, because in the curses it says their eye will be evil toward thy brother. There's no other people in the whole world that can't come together and get something. Everybody else, they could do it. They could come together and work together and get something done. These people cannot do that shit.
everything that we talking about was prophesied. You see?
Yep.
That's why people don't understand. People say if you don't understand the prophecies, then you really just. That's what I'm saying. We say it all the time. Everybody else just got a Bible. It's for the prophets, though. It's for the prophets to break down. It's for the prophets to explain to the people.
Right.
It's not for the people to explain to the prophets. You're not going to explain to the prophets what the Bible's talking about. But and you, especially when you're not focused on prophecy.
Right.
You know?
That's not to say you can't say something because you may know something about a trade or something. It ain't on that level. We can always learn, but when it comes to the breakdown of the scriptures, no. No.
Yeah.
You may know something about history that I don't know.
Yep.
But when it comes to the breakdown of the Bible, the men of the Lord are where you need to go. The tabernacle of David.
Well, you mentioned it earlier. The prophets are the authority on the Bible and the earth.
Right. That's
When
right.
you go to Romans, the 9th chapter and the 4th verse, and it says that who are the Israelites who pertain to adoption, the covenant, and the service of God,
Right.
the people that actually could serve the Lord and understand, hey, this is how the Lord deals. It's going to be exclusively to the men that are given the secrets.
Right.
Amos 3:7, sure the Lord God shall do nothing but he giveth the secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Well,
That's why we're not in that spirit of debate.
right.
We're
Right.
just telling you how TI is, man.
Right. Well, somebody get that one. I will get me to the great men. Jeremiah, I believe 5. Go ahead.
Isaiah 11 and 14 in the NLT, it says, they will join forces to swoop down on Philistia.
See that? Judah and Ephraim are eventually going to join forces and swoop down on their enemies, man. They're going to acknowledge their Lord. They're going to have a government, and they're going to not be enemies with one another, but they're going to acknowledge who their true enemies is. Read that last part again.
Isaiah 11 and 14 in the NLT, it says, they will join forces to swoop down on Philistia to the west. Together, they will attack and plunder the nations to the east.
Wait a minute. So what the hell is Deacon Hakan talking about?
I don't know.
They go come together and kick ass and take down the heathen, man. The tabernacle of David was built upon the beating down of the heathen. How much more the kingdom of heaven? Okay, and the end all be all is that they learn righteousness, but there is a judgment written that is going to be fulfilled where Yahweh Shai and his government, all right, which is the tabernacle of David, are going to do what David did, but on an even greater level in new bodies. And we ain't going to be subject to sin. So we'll always be at home with our power. So we're going to join forth. We're going to stop being enemies with one another, right? And ultimately be raised up through the Spirit and eventually get beamed up and come down in new bodies and kick ass. Right? We can't do it in these bodies. We're not given the authority to go and harm a heathen based upon our so-called racial superiority. That's what you Edomites do. That ain't what we do. See? That's you Edomites who use your so-called racial superiority, okay, to go around stealing people's lands and ethnically cleansing them. We're going to be ordained by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai to come down and take you heathen down because there's too much nastiness up in the place. You heathen have forwarded nothing but sin throughout the whole four corners of the earth. So rightfully so, you're stopped. Especially you Elamites, man. So-called East Indians, you need to be stopped. You don't need to be talking or ruling nothing, telling. You can cook, right? But when it comes to having authority and being able to just wander around doing what you know,
No thanks.
you need to be told what to do. You go stop that shit with your head, right? You Moabites, you go shut your ass up, right? And you're gonna have to learn truth. No more dragon guys walking throughout the city with a big dragon
on your head.
his tongue flapping. You go into the restaurant, there's a big fat man with a big pot belly, smiling.
With 8 arms.
Another nigga with 8 arms, a goat god, an owl god. Oh, shit. Nothing but filthiness, man. And go over there to India, and it's a shithole. Right?
Caste system.
The water's all diapers and, you know, the Twix wrappers all in the water. And then you in the temple worshiping a goddamn rat. Then you come over here to America and you're a doctor. You're looked at as one of the wisest nations.
Yeah.
But that's a curse. The scriptures say that the enemy that I'm going to put you amongst, he's going to come up high and you're going to be low. So Dr. Patel is more renowned than you Israelites. But when he's in India, he just pull his pants down, shit, right?
Don't
Go
wipe
home.
your ass.
The water is all filthy, and they worship this dirty ass river, man. They're a bunch of heathen. The Chinese, they ain't got it,
Them days. He did get it.
That's what I'm saying.
right?
God damn.
Sanitize their hand, do all this shit, and eat a squid.
Batman.
Tripping. The so-called African, oh my God.
They gotta be stopped. Yeah.
musty for no reason. You got a soccer jersey tucked into some slacks with some sandals on. Now what the fuck we gonna do with that?
Yeah. Absolutely.
What we gonna do with that?
Absolutely. With monkey ear on your breath.
Yeah. And yes, we got Israelites amongst all these people, but we talking about the actual heathen, man. Okay? The so-called Samoans, which a lot of them are Jacob, but you ain't got it. Right? But we will say you're one of the cooler heathen nations. You really just stay out the way. Okay? You really just stay out of the way. Japhet really has, Japhet, they're not even mentioned in the book of Psalms 83.
Well, that's why I said if I had servants, it'd be Japhet.
Yep. Yeah. When you read Psalms 83, I believe Japhet is the only nation not mentioned. Yep. And they did that during the Medo-Persian Empire. The Medes were Japhet, and the Elamites were Shem. That's a fulfillment of that too. And Esau's all up in the land of Japhet. There's so much that this devil has confused. That's the beauty of that. There you go.
Jesus hates you.
So
He hates you.
go somewhere and preach it, man. Why are you telling us? It's like Christians always love Jesus from their car or from some goddamn church inside of the damn.
Big ass mascots, man.
On the comment board. Go to your judges and cry about Epstein, since you're so righteous. Christians are silent on Epstein.
Right.
Outside of a TikTok video. See, the foul says right there. What the fuck you gonna do about it? Since you believe in America. Right? We ain't got no stake here. Anyway, read that last part again, Marcus.
Isaiah 11 and 14 in the NLT, it says they will join forces, Judah and Ephraim.
Yep.
They will join forces to swoop down on Philistia to the west. Together they will attack and plunder the nations to the east. They will occupy the lands of Edom and Moab, and Ammon will obey them.
Edom, Ammon will obey them. So we're going to have the authorities to shut the fuck up. In righteousness, in Hebrew.
That's a major part of the kingdom of heaven, man.
See?
Having these heathens under subjection. Yo.
Shema. That's what David did. When David came around, the heathen, get 2 Samuel 22 and around 38. When David came around, when David took the heathen down, when he got finished with them, when an Israelite came around, the heathen they were in order. This is what's coming back to the earth. Could we get Revelation 2 and 26 too?
Makes sense.
See that? Go ahead.
2 Samuel 22 and 38, 37, it says, "Thou hast enlarged my steps under me."
This is King David when he got his kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
He sung a whole song. Go ahead.
2 Samuel 22 and 37, "Thou hast enlarged my steps under me, so that my feet did not slip. I have pursued mine enemies and destroyed them,
Right.
and turned not again until I had consumed them.
There you go.
And I have consumed them and wounded them, that they could not arise. Yeah, they are fallen under my feet."
They are falling under my feet.
Yeah.
Does it talk about as soon as they see me, they shall be, as soon as they saw me, they were in order? Forget it.
I mean, he took down their militaries. He took over their military forts. He killed all the brass, the generals, the top men.
Yep.
Took their women.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Yep. Yes.
It was way better than how Trump is going into Iran and losing.
Yep.
King David didn't do that.
With a red baseball cap on.
Right.
2 Samuel, I'm going to jump down to verse 45. It says, "Strangers shall submit themselves unto me as soon as they hear. They shall be obedient unto me."
Is Iran doing that to Trump?
Hell no.
They said we don't want no ceasefire.
And they don't acknowledge the Netanyahu in them.
Yeah.
They don't acknowledge them.
You know? I thought Iran was gonna chill out once the Russia didn't pull up. They said we don't want no ceasefire. We want smoke. They didn't do that to King David, man.
Yeah, come on in here.
King David put hands on the nations. And they submitted themselves.
That's it.
Go ahead, Chance.
Continuing on, verse 46. Strangers shall fade away, and they shall be afraid out of their close places.
So, that's it.
Yeah.
That, and let's get Revelation 2, and then we're going to jump into some prophecy, man.
I got you.
Because everything that we're talking about, the restoring of the true biblical Israelites, what you see happening in the planet Earth is the beginning grounds of that. Starting with us waking up. From the 60s, all right, primarily until now, the Lord was ultimately ending you devil's kingdom, man.
Yep. We read Ezekiel, the 37th chapter, but when you go to the 35th chapter, what is it talking about? It's talking about this destruction of Edom. And it continues into 37. But then it starts to talk about what? The salvation of the nation of Israel. Because Edom did this, and this. You went into my lands, you took possession. You never hated blood. I'm gonna destroy you. Then it leads into what? The salvation of the nation of Israel. It's hand in hand. Okay.
Yep.
Revelation chapter 2.
I had it, but it's fine.
Verse 26, it says, and he that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation.
This is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, man. So those of you who make it and keep the faith, all right, to you I'm going to give authority to rule over the nations. Go ahead.
Yep. And he shall rule them with a rod of iron.
Right.
As the vessels of a potter shall they be broken to shivers.
See that? Basically, we're going to have the authority under the Most High through Yahushua to govern on earth. Do you know what that means? The laws of the Bible will be implemented, and the elect will be at the forefront of making sure this is what it is.
Theocracy.
They're going to have a rod of iron right along with Yahushua, telling the heathen what to do. Okay? That's what the elect are going to be doing. Not every Israelite is going to have that authority to sit at Yahushua's table with him. There's going to be rank. We don't want to be the least in the kingdom. We want to be the greatest in the kingdom that has this type of authority with Yahushua. Go ahead.
Right. Even as I received of my Father.
Right.
Yeah.
So just like the Most High promised Yahushua, the heathen as his inheritance in the uttermost parts of the world, the elect are going to be joint heirs with him in that rulership. And ultimately, we're going to come down under the priesthood of Melchizedek. Okay? New heavenly bodies ruling on earth, man. So let's just get Joel 3. Let's get into some prophecy unless you have something.
Yeah, I got one. I don't know if it came out earlier. Amos 9 and 11, it says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof.
That's it.
And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Right. So the Lord is closing up the breaches between Judah and Ephraim, meaning the disagreements between the tribes, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and all of our people who don't even, look like those nations, or there's going to be an awakening where we agree, which is something Esau, Edom can't break. Okay? He can't stop it because ultimately it comes from the heavens. See that? Go ahead.
Verse 12, that they may possess the remnant of Edom and of all the heathen.
So we're going to possess all of those lands. We just read that in the book of Isaiah. Obadiah talks about it. We're ultimately going to control trade in the world to come. And it's going to be done in righteousness. It's not going to be done to where you got all the elites of the world hoarding the resources for themselves and watching everybody struggle in a rat race. It ain't going to be like that. Although the heathen will never be on our level, the world will be fit, all right, to health. It will be fit to prospering. When you go off, you will be judged. But you're going to have fruit in your land. You're going to have trees. The air going to be clean. Ain't going to be no sodomites running around. Ain't going to be no pedos running around. Here in this world, it's so many pedos that they just had to give you a little list and say, see, these are all of the pedos. No, they're all over the world.
Bad men.
Yeah. And the crazy part, nobody's in jail behind the fouls.
That part.
See that? So this is a corrupt world because a corrupt government rules. And in the kingdom, a righteous government is going to rule this earth. And justice is going to be basically spread. So we ain't going to get our justice from the judge in the black coat, Gargamel. We going to get our justice going to come from on high. That's it. Joel, oh, you got some, go ahead.
This is Micah 4:10. It says, be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter of Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city, thou shalt dwell in the field, which is talking about the world. And thou shalt go even to Babylon, and there shalt thou be delivered until Yahweh shall redeem thee from the hand of thine enemies.
So it's always talking about this salvation for our people. But how are we gonna be redeemed from Babylon? Babylon has to be taken down.
That's it.
All right, and we're in the midst of that takedown. All these little incidences that you see that's leading to World War III are part of prophecy that's always been in the scripture.
That's it.
But at the end of the day, everybody's going to have to come back to the prophecies.
That's it.
But in order to understand the prophecies, you have to come to the men of the Lord.
Every platform is now going into the politics and what's going on in the world, which is prophecy.
It's just prophecy, man. And China is not about to rule a damn thing. Russia is not about to rule a damn thing. The true children of Israel are going to rule with the Lord. Not the people over there in the state of Israel right now. They're not about to rule a damn thing. Okay? Because the scriptures didn't say, these people are going to fly over with some jets.
Right. Have a whole army.
And hit some pictures on the ground and look stupid. No. The children of God are going to come over and decimate the heathen. Right? Not have their city be destroyed. What you got? Speak up.
With Solomon chapter 8, verse 14, it says, I shall set the people in order, and the nations shall be subject unto me. It says, horrible tyrants shall be afraid when they hear of me.
Horrible tyrants. Trump is a horrible tyrant.
Right.
The small hats, they're horrible tyrants. They rule in tyranny. They rule unjustly. They watch people starve and hunger. You literally got people in the earth crawling around with big ass heads and big ass stomachs on the earth because they're starving. How are you starving on an earth where you can plant a tree? How are you starving on earth? That doesn't make sense. But what it does speak to is a tyrant ruling, a horrible rulership. Because there's not a lack of resources. There's just a whole bunch of people with everything watching you running this goddamn hamster wheel.
I should be found good among to and valiant in war. Alright, so how about you go outside? It's going to be found good among the nation of Israel.
That's right.
Which specifically so-called Latinos and Native Americans and Hebrew descent, and valiant in war because he's going to go around and take the crowns off the heads of all these other kings.
Yep.
Or so-called kings.
Right. Well, they're kings. There's kings of the heathen, but they're kings of the heathen.
Yeah.
Even in Isaiah 14, it said that their kings are going to rejoice. You about to say something?
Yeah, that's when justice takes place for our people upon the return of the Lord.
Right.
If you believe in the scriptures and you're serious about it, you're longing for the Lord to come back and topple the powers that be. That's the only way justice happens in the scriptures. But a lot of Christians, they under the impression that there's some carnal way to get justice. Well, I can still be a friend with America and still, love the Lord. You can't do both. When it goes to Jeremiah 28:8, it It said the prophets before me prophesied against many kingdoms of evil, war, and pestilence. And America's all those things.
Yep.
You can't do both. You got to pick a side with the Lord.
Yep. You use the world, but you don't abuse it. You can't love this world, man. What was it? Joel. Yep. Whoever got it.
Oh, I still got it. It's Joel 3:1. It reads, "For behold,"
Read real loud.
yep, it's Joel 3:1. It says, "For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." Reverse it. "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people."
It's not talking about the Persian Empire.
Right.
You fucking dummies. Go ahead.
Joel 3:2 again from the top. "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat,
And what does that mean?
the Lord doth judge."
Yahweh's judgment.
Yep.
So the Lord does have a name.
Yep.
It's not only is it in Judah, but Yehoshaphat. See that? And what does that mean? Yahweh's judgment, his determination. Okay, and we're seeing it formulate in the area of the Middle East right now, what they call the Middle East. We're seeing that being formulated right now. Everything that's happening is centered around the Lord gathering his people out of captivity.
Oh, that's right.
But before he does that, he's going to have all of these nations gather for war. That's what's happening in the earth. It's all centered around you Israelites for the Lord's judgment. For what? Keep going. You got it.
Joel 3:2, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yehoshaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land."
Right. So the elders have been talking about that scattering this whole time. So you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that have been caught and captured, all of these things that are going down that are making these nations go to war amongst each other is to free you out of this captivity. It seems like it's separated, but it's not. There's a reason why you ain't there yet.
Right.
They got to go into and go into this fight, these nations.
Yep.
And when you look at it, it's all the nations that's going to be captured into this thing. And nobody's talking about the fact that Pakistan just declared war on Afghanistan. And Pakistan is a nuclear power. Okay? All of this is happening at the same time. Okay?
Beautiful.
So we see all these different things happening, things that were brewing in Syria, things that were brewing in Lebanon, things that Jordan defended the state of Israel, but then now they can't get no defense.
Right.
Right. Everything is shuffling.
Right?
All the border nations.
The Ukrainian-Russian situation.
Yep. It's shuffling.
The tense relationship between the EU and America. And they're getting screwed. Right? All this stuff is happening. All these nations are being gathered.
And when you go into that word plead there in Joel 3:2, it's shapat. And you go down to definitions, it says to decide a controversy.
Right? So this pleading is going to show you who's right and who's wrong. Okay?
Because you traded us, man. All of you nations had a part in our downfall, man. The scriptures say they shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer them to be put in graves, and shall make all kind of money, which is this very chapter was talking
Oh,
about.
yeah.
Isaiah chapter 34, verse 8. Yeah, verse 8. It says, For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance, and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. Going to what he brought up, the controversy. Getting them there and plead with them by fire, by judgment. Yehoshaphat, he plead with them by fire. He's showing them his like love. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everything y'all have done, not only to my people, what y'all have done to the world and the order of the world.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna judge y'all here over here.
Yep. The way this will culminate is going to show the world these people are wicked.
You're wrong. Yep.
You Jakes, you Americans joining the military,
blowing shit
thinking you would
behind.
just go get a stipend,
GI Bill.
you know, eventually retire or get an honorable discharge. Now your ass is getting deployed, man. Hurt.
Yeah. That's how Esau gets you, man.
Yeah.
For a good 20 years, it was like, man, you know what? Retiring from the military was a good ass decision.
Good ass decision.
Man, you got to go travel the world, smash foreign hoes,
Yeah.
and then get a pension.
Yeah.
But now you on that plane. Nervous like, damn.
Yeah.
Highway to hell.
Bro, at the freaking airport.
I had 2 more years.
It hurt. Back plane.
You got the back of that plane buckling up.
Yes, nigga, you gotta jump. That wasn't just in the video.
There's a lot of people sitting at airports and seeing all the soldiers lined up at airports getting on the flights, and they keep reporting the look on their faces. It's like, damn, this can't be real.
Yeah.
Then you got families commenting everywhere like they gave them a no contact order, which they do that. But the thing is, they do it to another level where when they call them to go, it's no contact order. So families all in limbo. Then they heard about way more short deaths, but everybody said it's way more. So they don't know if they're gonna get that knock on the door. Bro, it's already getting, even coming up here, even before I walked up, it was news that a lot more soldiers just got hit up. From people who was saying that now, they're like, damn, they get inside information right now. That shit happening right now. That a lot of soldiers are dying right now.
We need to go to Kuwait and help train these Kurds for this invasion.
Bomb like a motherfucker.
He's just sitting there looking.
They ain't ready for no real war.
I need you to go over here and do these drills with these Kurds.
Kurds? Yes, nigga, Kurds.
You'll Google Translate trying to talk to this nigga.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't Google Translate trying to talk to a heathen. Hurt. That's hurt. And see, these are the delusions that our people are getting ready to undergo. Some of y'all are over in Dubai stuck, hurt, crying. Some of y'all got back. Some of y'all got a little money. But a lot of you ain't coming back.
Nah, they ain't coming back.
They gonna put your ass on. You go get a flight with 8 stops, nigga. They go. Eventually, you ain't gonna get off. You ain't gonna. You'll be through.
So the prophet's been saying that though.
Yeah.
Bro, for years, Apostle the Horn down. For years, you can go back years to see the video that you ain't coming back. Him saying it to you on the camera, you're not coming back when you go to that war. Come on, man.
Yeah. You know, Google Translate try to talk to a Kurd.
Yeah, but we ain't the prophets.
Figure it out.
Right.
Stop it. But come on, man.
Yeah.
You ain't the prophets. Okay, we ain't the prophets. All right. Keep saying it all the way to the valley.
Yeah. Let's go back to Joel 3.
Joel 3, I'm gonna read verse 2 again. Oh man. Joel 3:2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat, and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. And they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and have sold a girl for wine that they might drink.
That's what they did to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man.
They still
You
doing
was
it.
sold into captivity,
Yeah,
and you
that's
were
the
traded
contrast.
for goods and services.
So I brought that word plead.
And they benefited from that. And they built up their whole empire based off that captivity.
Yeah.
The American empire in its dream has been built off your downfall. Point blank, period. They got rich off your labor and sacrifice, man. And they went and took those riches and went all across the world and conquered, man. And then they have put themselves over in the Middle East and set up bases to position themselves for prophecy. So when you want to talk about the Valley of Jehoshaphat, you are talking about Esau. You so-called white people, period. That's why you got all the military bases over there.
Man, at the very end of the chapter, it says Edom shall be a desolation.
That's right.
And Egypt should be a desolate
You try to say, oh, well, this ain't talking about Esau. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. We don't get it. We don't get it right now. I got one for you real quick. This is Revelation chapter 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt, where our Lord was crucified. And they of the people and of the kindreds and tongues and nations shall see their dead bodies 3 days and a half, and shall not suffer their dead bodies be put in graves. And they that dwell upon the earth shall rejoice over them and make merry, and shall send gifts one to another, because these two prophets, Judah and Ephraim,
Yeah.
tormented them that dwelt on the earth.
Right. So when you look at the captivity of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, when you go back to 1619, when they started to take slaves over to Jamestown, Virginia, and you understand what happened in America and in the West in general from that point forward, the so-called white man came up. It was a new Renaissance period, man. Like, bro, they catapulted, America catapulted itself, man. Treachery, robbery, and warfare, man. Point blank, period.
Right. Yep.
From the French Indian Wars, the Seminole Indian Wars, all that.
You did a lot of wickedness, man.
The conquest of the West,
Yep.
the Louisiana Purchase, everything, man.
Yep. Jeremiah 50:7. All that found them have devoured them. And their adversaries say, we offend not, because they have sinned against the Lord.
They're savages. Look at them.
Look at them.
They deserve to be taken over. This is the justification of the so-called white man to destroy you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. And look at Africa. They really want to pigeonhole you as them Hamites.
Yep. Look at the hood.
But they won't talk about Spain. They won't talk about how we had to come in there and clean their dirty asses up, man. They want to pigeonhole you as some monkey brain eating Hamites, man.
They finna enter into World War III.
But after having World War I and II, man, the most destructive wars in the history of mankind. Genghis Khan, Hannibal Barca, Napoleon. Nobody can hold a candle to World War I and World War II, man. Not even close.
Yeah, but you're this civilized, loving, person, and the only destruction that comes to the earth is from niggas in the hood.
Right.
Bro, they would dig trenches. Deep, deep trenches, man. I wish I could take the camera and show y'all this, how big this hole is right here. And so many dead bodies were filled. Can you imagine filling up this whole area behind us with dead bodies to where you could walk over it? Where you walking over a dead body bridge?
That's a lot of dead bodies.
Want to see a dead
That's
body?
World War II.
Yeah. I got a bowl of them.
That's World War II, man. I know 9/11, so a couple thousand people.
Yeah, not no drive-by shooting.
No.
That's wicked, but how about dropping Hiroshima or how the fuck?
Hiroshima. Hiroshima.
Hashitashi.
Yeah, right. Hashitashi.
She made me fuck it up.
Yeah, them yang.
Right?
To where people's shadows were melted into the ground.
Yeah,
You did that.
Yep. And it's going to be even worse when the Lord pull up. It says that his vesture is going to be dipped in blood. Okay?
Yep.
So you had World War I, World War II, the bloodiest wars in the history of mankind. And you're going to commit and be involved with the starting of World War III, which is going to be a nuclear war that wipes out billions of people from the planet. Okay? Finally, no traffic. Okay? So yeah, you gotta be taken out. Because you ain't gonna stop. Because y'all think y'all gonna have a nuclear war and then start up a new civilization.
Right. Come back from the ashes and then rebuild. Man,
We're not doing that.
no, ain't no coming back from the ashes.
Keep going, champ.
Continuing on, Joel 3 and verse 4. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will ye render me a recompense?
Yeah, so all those that were involved in that slave trade, you gonna get caught up in that time.
Yep.
All right? You Hamites,
All of them.
you Africans
Yep.
that was involved with the small hats, was sending our people over into captivity.
Was that sub-Saharan slave trade?
Mm-hmm.
Between the Hamites and the Arabs, that's them.
Yep.
It's Tyre and Sidon are Hamites, coast of Palestine. Who's over in that area? The Arabs.
Yeah.
These the Lord is like, nigga, you didn't get away.
Yeah, I'm on your ass too.
That's what led to what you Negroes call the Moorish kingdom, where we got involved with that Moorish kingdom. That was one of the first parts of our captivity. That's what led us out of we fled into the interiors of Africa, got casted out into the East Coast, right? Got captured and brought up into northern Africa during the sub-Saharan slave trade, brought up into Europe, Italy, Sicily, Spain, Portugal. Then you had the transatlantic slave trade, where those first slaves was coming out of Spain and Portugal over to Jamestown. Then they started rounding up more Negroes that were still along that west coast, still along that coast of Africa, man. Okay? I said east, I mean west.
Yeah.
Slocky. All right? So all of that, all y'all gonna pay for that, man.
Yep.
That's what led to what we understand that this modern culture today is built off the slavery and captivity. They don't want to give y'all the credit. It wasn't because white people were so ingenuitive. They didn't create nothing. The only thing they were good at is weaponry and mayhem and war and deception.
Sword.
Let's be real, man.
Lying, killing, and stealing.
Let's be real.
Think about it. When you read about the sons of Cain, think about during that time, you know, there was a point where it was paradise. And here it is, they're building weapons. You didn't hear about Adam and the sons of God with weaponry. Who do you hear about that shit? Cain. It said they were the first to artifice and make weapons. And,
All the time we read about the domination of the West. The only thing when you go to we made the Coke revolver.
right.
The Gatling gun.
Like, what's so cool about having
Following American history is following the evolution of their weapons. When they brag about Greece and Rome, they'll talk about philosophers, then they'll talk about the weapon. American ingenuity is American weapon. All the way up into the nuclear bomb. That's it. It's not about actual creation of anything that's civilized in that type of way. No, it's just about weapons of death to control and take over. Okay, let's be real.
Yeah.
Okay, you gonna pay for that.
Yeah, man.
Talking about we're angry. No, you're angry. You're killing everybody.
Yeah, you about to go to war in the name of Jesus Christ.
Be
The
angry
dude
and
told
submit
the
yourself.
American
Nah, right.
soldiers, nigga, this is Armageddon and this go usher in Jesus, nigga. They like, what the fuck you talking about?
Imagine imagine that transaction.
We're bombing you
real
because
time.
you might attack us.
18, 19-year-old,
Right.
21-year-old. These niggas are young.
Right, and so if they're gonna attack Israel, then you know they're gonna attack us, so we gonna bomb them.
We had to.
We had
Because
to.
they might have they might have made some nuclear weapons. They didn't count the power.
And Netanyahu been saying that for 33 years.
Man, long
Netanyahu been saying that the Iran had weapons of mass destruction for hella years. And since Iran knew we next. So they've been preparing all these years. And see, the Lord got you and pushed you so-called, you Edomites, right? America's army over into that region to assist Israel. And you're finding out, oh shit. Yeah. Maybe, you know, let you, hey, nigga, stop. Chill. Nah.
Hey, no abort. They said no aborts.
Yeah.
Meaning, we see you on that mission, you better not abort. Your ass is in trouble.
You in trouble.
Meaning, guess what? It don't matter how bad it looks. If it's like a 90% death chance, it don't matter. You gotta go. And by the way, Netanyahu in his book that he wrote in the 80s, he said in his book, right, that the supreme leader of Iran that they just killed, that we need to get him in the book, and that was a long time ago. So they've been ready to get this guy, been waiting for the opportunity. But if you notice, they got Iraq first. They built their way up to surround Iran and to be in position with different military bases, right? To be in position for the war we're seeing and the nuclear war that's coming.
Yep. Let me read this, and then we're gonna go back to Joel. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear and hearken, ye people, let the earth hear and all that is therein, the world and all the things that come forth of it. For the indignation of the Lord is upon all nations, and his fury upon their armies. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses, and the mountain shall be melted with blood.
Now imagine, the Lord put the spirit on Trump and all his team, the military, to speak, to say that. He put the words in their mouth to tell the military that it's the Holy War. Who do they gave them those words? Themselves? So the Lord is letting them know without them really knowing. Like it's a bunch of people, they don't know how it's going to end, but he lets them
Just
know.
like it talks about in Kings where it says that lying spirit unto them. Most High sent an angel to tell a lying spirit unto the Chaldeans to tell Trump, you know, and that whole military, hey, this is a clandestine victory that we're about to have over the world.
Right. Come on, man.
Right?
Yep, I got it. Revelation 16, and I'll start at 12. And the sixth angel poured out his vial on the great river Euphrates, and the water there was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared.
Now, when you go and look at a map and you see the river Euphrates, you're going to see that it's going through Iraq or Babylon, right? And it separates Syria and all those regions, and it actually is dried up. I remember years ago you did a lesson on this. You know? And you actually showed the video of them driving trucks across the river Euphrates.
Building the bridge.
Russia basically, because the water is now dried up, Russian troops are able to basically cross over and strategically place themselves in position for the war that we're getting ready to see.
Right. So the Most High, that's prophecy, baby. We actually seeing the Taliban, all of them were using it.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Because that area, that region is very mountainous. You can't just drive around like you're going down the highways of America, man. There's only certain places where you can cross into certain borders and get over there, man. So they was actually creating dams and stopping the water of the river Euphrates so the kings of the east, so they can go over it.
Yep, somebody look it up. Just look up the river Euphrates drying up. And what you'll find out is that this prophecy is literally it's happening.
It's happening right in our face.
It's been happening. We've been doing videos on it year after year. It'll pop up. We haven't done one in a minute, but I guarantee you it's still drying.
You said, because I remember, because year after year it would get lower and lower and lower. Each year you would check it and you would see it was more water going. So we, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? We knew. So we watched the prophet and it took him time, but now you see, if you look now, I guarantee it's almost like it's dry for real, man. So ain't no excuse. The prophecy it's been happening in our face, but we have to be patient and just watch and hold our
If you look
garments.
at this picture, right?
Yep.
Put it on the camera.
Come on, man.
If you look at that picture, what does that look like? What does that sign look like after? Can you see it?
Yeah, they can see it.
It looks like an omega. Right? Alpha, omega. Omega means end. See that? Cook, you through. See if it showed up. Yahweh Shai is the Alpha and Omega.
Right.
So the river Euphrates, we got a little information, or you just a picture?
No, I just told me to look at the picture, but
No, not a picture. You know what? That's cool too.
yeah. The river I got the AI overview. God damn.
It's quick.
Yeah.
I mean, whoever.
I got it. The river Euphrates, this is the AI overview on Google, says the river Euphrates is experiencing severe historic decline in water levels due to climate change, induced drought upstream.
Not due to prophecy.
It's due to prophecy.
Yeah.
Right, at the end of the day. Yeah. Even if that's true, it's still.
But even if the Lord, because of Esau's brutal rulership, it's still prophecy being fulfilled.
Right.
Because there can be an earthquake gathered that happens by HARP, but it's still fulfilling the earthquake prophecy. Shit.
Right. Go ahead.
Projections suggesting it could dry up completely by 2040.
See that? So let me read this again.
Not trying to be here.
Revelation 16 and
30, 40,
12.
goddamn
And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates. That's why it's dried up. Right? And the water there was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon. All right, America out of DC, right? Out of the mouth of the dragon, where we at? Okay, and out of the mouth of the beast, this very beast system, right? And out of the mouth of the false prophet, all right, which is ultimately the Vatican. Okay, ultimately, even now, it's their science. And ultimately, if you look at it, even if you look at what are the 3 major religions in this war? Islam, Judaism, and Christianity.
Yep.
The 3 Abrahamic religions. And that all comes out of the Roman Catholic Church in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
And what is this spirit ultimately doing? They are the spirits of devils working miracles which go forth into the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of the almighty power.
Man, that's happening, man. Bro, that's happening right now.
Those unclean frogs.
Come on, all the spirits can happen.
This is the spirit of Satan, which who's at the forefront of the biblical Edomites, man.
Right.
Okay? So the out of the mouth of the dragon, that's over here in America. All right, DC, okay, a city-state. All right, and also London. Then you got out of the mouth of the beast. That's the EU, right? Who's in Europe? The London.
Right.
That's the monetary aspect.
Right.
So the war aspect is out of DC, the dragon. The monetary aspect is the city-state over in London, and then the religious aspect is the Vatican, which is another city-state. Okay, and basically, the spirit of Satan is being used to culminate World War III.
Right.
You see that? Everything for us. There you go. That's what
Oh, it's like,
no, you got it. Go ahead.
hey, all that's happening for the controversy of Zion. How special is that? Once you got the eyes to see, you're supposed to be looking at the prophecies, seeing the love. Because all that's the love that the Lord is showing. Because He letting us know, I got y'all. Just be patient. And He said it. What He said, wait upon me, right? For my determination. Get to know my will and wait on me. Then I'll be on your side. For my determination is to gather the nations.
Right.
For the controversy. So the water drying up, the Euphrates drying up, it's drying up for the controversy of Zion. Them shuffling, trying to figure out who is for the controversy of Zion. All these meetings, all these briefings is for the controversy of Zion. Everything goes back to that.
And throughout the prophecies, also like in Isaiah when they talk about the smith that blew up the tongues.
Right.
It led up to this. That's what you know what I'm saying?
Right.
when they talk about what is it, Zephaniah, where it talk about their tongues and their eyeballs melt. You know what I'm saying? It's the build up to that.
There you go.
Right there. That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Revelation 16 and 15. Behold, I come as a thief. Blessed is he that watcheth
Come on.
and keepeth his garments, lest he walk naked and they see his shame.
Watch the prophecies. And we point out the prophecies and what's going on, that the news that line up with the prophecies day in and day out. Day in and day out in utter knowledge. This every day, all across the globe through the internet, on the streets. So Jake don't have no excuse whenever it boils to the max, all right? And that door closed, okay, and Jake can't get on that ark.
Right. Yep. And let's get 2nd Ezra 15 in the GNT. Start at like 14. It says, Revelation 16 and 16, and he gathered them together into a place in the Hebrew tongue called Armageddon, Valley of the Troops.
Right, come on.
Somebody look up Armageddon.
Yeah.
Just look up, you don't have to, go to the blue letter, but just look up what is Armageddon.
Yeah, come on, man.
So they're being gathered
Right now.
over there for the purpose of the Lord. So this war we're witnessing, this is just the beginning of something that's getting ready to spiral out of control for the white man.
Right, right,
The beginning of sorrows, like the elder just said.
right. And you notice for these women, if you notice the Lord, as he lifted the skirt and exposing Esau, he's exposing Eve. If you notice, he allowed the women to show out first and let it go viral, right? For months and months and months. And then be proud before this war cranked up like this. Now all these women getting sent. You see, all that's by design from the heavens to drop them, man.
They ain't gonna even give you a helmet. They gonna put your ass on the front line.
Come on, man.
And just scream and talk shit like you did, Jake, over here in America. Do that to them Arabs over there in the East. Good luck. Yep, like West Side Gun. Hey, yo, y'all finna be through. They gonna be through. You got something?
I got the Armageddon word. This is Armageddon. I'm gonna read both definitions. This
In
is
the Hebrew is Armageddon.
Yep.
Valley of the troops, I believe. God, you know, God of One is truth. God, you know, God, go ahead.
This is the Adam Online definition. It says cataclysmic final conflict. Use of the place named in Revelation 16, the site of the great final conflict. Then you go to the AI overview. It says in the Bible, Armageddon refers to the final prophesied battle between Yahweh and the forces of evil. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai and the forces of evil.
There you go.
Culminating in the ultimate victory of Yahweh Shai
Right.
and the end of human rebellion.
Michael and his angels, all right, under Yahweh Shai's order, is going to fight against the dragon, which is the revived Rome, and his angels. And that's what, when you hear about Palantir, when you hear about drones, those are angels on the left-hand side. They have been blessed to tap into a portion of the spirit to where they got even a particular technology that can make them invisible. They can be in a tree, like standing right in front of a tree, and they got something that they can have in front of them to where they blend in with the tree.
They got it's a shield. It bends the light around them, so like you can see through them.
Right.
Right. On the comment board, the Armageddon. It says the last battle between good and evil before the day of judgment. 2, dramatic and catastrophic conflict, typically seen as likely to destroy the world or the human race.
See that? And that's
It's not going to destroy the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Esau, you know, he don't want the reality of what's coming next.
Right.
Because the whole world ain't gonna be destroyed.
His world is going to be destroyed.
Right.
His word.
Okay, that's if you taking it that way. Yeah.
Right.
His rulership.
Right. The earth abiding forever, man.
Right.
So this world that ends everything ain't gonna lead to the whole world being destroyed.
Right.
Babylon's gonna be destroyed, and that land of Israel. Now let's go back to Joel.
You don't understand what the elders are talking about right now. You're not going to have comfort whenever all this stuff really starts to hit.
Right.
People are going to be discomforted when these gas prices hit $7, $8 a gallon.
It's gonna lose their mind.
You know?
Yep.
These women are already crying about it. They don't got no man that's going to take care of them. Nobody cares about your used up ass.
I'm telling you, nobody cares.
Nobody
That
cares.
Goodwill box.
How much more so when the stuff starts to get real straight out?
That's not even great
Right?
value.
So now it's time to tap in with the Heavenly Father on a real level.
That's right. One day at a time.
Ain't no limit.
That's right. That's right.
It's Joel 3 and verse 5. It says, let me just start back at verse 4. Joel 3 and 4. Yeah, and what have ye to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temple my goodly pleasant things. God damn this wind.
Yeah, it's windy.
It's blowing dirt in my eye.
You need somebody else to read?
No, I'm gonna just stand behind this brother a little bit. Let me get a little shield. It's Joel 3. Joel 3 and 5. Because ye have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border.
Right. They sold us to the white man.
Fuck.
Not Japheth.
Right. The white man is just in Japheth's land. Because the original Greeks and the original Romans were a dark-skinned nation known as the Minoans, all right, which were Japhet, okay? But Esau's now in those lands, so prophetically it's talking about him. Even Gog and Magog, all right, or Gog, that's literally, that was Japhet's land. Russia, all these various different places, that was Japhet land. Go ahead.
Continuing on, verse 7.
And historically, you can find Esau already up in Macedonia by this time. Go ahead.
Joel 3 and 7. Behold, I will raise them out of the place where ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off. For the Lord hath spoken it.
So when all this, and it's about to go into what's going to cause you heathen nations to be in a position to be going into slavery. This war, right? This judgment. The whole world is going to be broken apart. The nation of Israel is going to be risen up. All right? And we was kings is going to be real. There's going to be a lot of work to do.
Yep, y'all gonna be saying that. We was kings. We was governors.
We was presidents.
Freestyling. Y'all gonna be the new niggas.
Yep.
Y'all gonna be in the cave talking about
Keita Tay.
Former mayor looking at me.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine they eating like freestyle in the cave.
So horrible.
Shit, no teeth.
Eminem.
Put nigga teeth out.
Yeah, Eminem.
Let me stop. But Jake, kick us out of Jim. Boy, you say Jim Eminem, not a Jake, boy.
Spit a
Jake,
freestyle
what?
Eminem.
Hey, anyway, hey, we'll see. We'll see.
Hey.
But Jake be right. They'll start writing these long paragraphs like to tell you he
Y'all
is.
don't know what we've been through. Come on, man. Stop it.
A tear coming out his eye. Nigga, 8 miles. I'll take Jimmy Dore over Eminem.
How long you say?
Go ahead.
Joel 3 and 9. It reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles.
There you go.
Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up.
Now we talked about the petrodollar,
That's right.
all right, and its influence over what's called the Middle East. So during the 70s, 80s, 90s, you had the United States, you had the Cold War of the 70s and 60s and 70s, right? And that established what the USSR and America making all of these military.
Yeah, but
weapons.
America was allies. I was reading, going to the history. America was allied with Russia back then. The Soviet. I didn't know that.
Right. And so then you have this Cold War. So now they started to sell this technology and this weaponry, right? What's it, Isaiah 54? The code, right? They selling all this weaponry and making these deals with the Arabs from Saudi Arabia, Jordan,
Yeah.
even Iran and all of them, man.
Was that the deal where they said basically, as long as you trade your oil in dollars,
Boom.
we'll defend you?
We'll defend you.
Right.
So that's how the United States was able to start to set up all these military bases in the Middle East. Is they were making these military petrodollar contracts, right? Setting up these mercantile, low-level Ishmaelites, Arabs, and Turks, and giving them weapons and capability, strengthening them. Most High setting up this prophecy piece by piece by piece. Okay? And now these nations have risen up and said, well, F you.
Yeah, strong now.
Okay? Because actually, that's how Esau rose up. He did the same thing when he was weak. Marrying into all the nations and getting weaponry and building up their capabilities, and then came and ambushed the other nations.
Well, that's in Daniel, the second chapter, in the 40th verse. When you read it in the NLT, he said they will make alliances through marriage, but they not gonna stick together.
That's exactly what happened, man.
Hey, the original double
All right?
cross.
That dumb ass look off your face, man. Slap the shit out of you. Go ahead, bro. Call and read it again, man.
Joel 3 and 9 again for the topic. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears, let the weak say I am strong.
Let the weak say I am strong. So the capabilities have increased over the years, all right? So they went from what? Being these nomadic type of, you know, trading and everything like that, and they beat their plowshares and their pruning hooks into swords and spears. So now they're ready to go to war.
Yeah.
It's the spirit that they never invaded Iran over all these years, because they're supposed to have been done invaded Iran.
Right.
But the Most High held it back so Iran could do what? Build up its military armament.
That's right.
Drive themselves down into the mountains and make missiles.
Because they were known for agriculture.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
India too. They were always known for their agriculture. Now look.
Okay.
That's right.
I love this verse because it's just another proof that, hold up, the people in the Holy Land can't be the people. Because when they return to the land in Micah the 4th chapter, it's the reverse of this.
Yep.
Everybody's beating their swords back into plowshares.
Right.
So it's something ain't right.
Yep. So when the true nation of Israel goes back into the land, all those weapons of warfare are going to be turned into, be taken away, and now they're going to be going into building buildings, growing crops, and building cities.
Agriculture.
Right?
Yeah.
Just so the people can understand. Go ahead.
Verse
You
10.
had something else?
Yep. Real quick. Isaiah 54, chapter 54, verse 16. Some of you quoted, I just want to read. Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work.
Right, so you see those like an ancient show with knights and armor, and you see what? A blacksmith, and he's in there, and the fire's burning, they blowing the bellows, and he making the ding,
Yeah.
ding.
With the Iron Man movie.
All them sparks
Dang,
going.
yeah, Iron Man, they make this weapon.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
what are the modern day smiths? It's these scientists that's creating nuclear weapons, new missile technology.
Yep.
Right?
It's of the Lord.
You got 3 screens.
It's the spirit that's put on it. He created, he made the smith to make these weapons.
This is no.
Right.
Go ahead.
It said the smith that,
gonna
he
have to
said,
fuck it.
behold, I have
You know what
created
I
the
mean?
smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for
that's
his work.
hard.
What's the instruments that's coming out right now?
got a screen?
These new missiles,
Back.
man.
Right.
And I'm telling you right now, both sides ain't used the missiles.
That's the case of the
We're
phone
looking at
like
the
that.
play shit.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Facts.
That's hard.
We're
Let
not
that
looking
set
at
out.
the you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They ain't used the big dogs yet.
Right. It's going to elevate like this.
I'm talking about America or Iran. All right? You gonna know when the big dogs come out.
Roll tabs in your pocket. And let it your lessons on the screen record.
Now, at the end it says, that bringeth forth the instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy.
Right. That waster is gonna be ultimately those nuclear missiles.
Right.
All right, man. But it's going to be this conflicts that we see here that draws in these nuclear capable, countries into the fray.
Right.
North Korea reportedly is saying, "Hey, yo, we'll pull up on you and show you how to make these things real quick."
Right. And even if America, once they start bringing in real shit, all Iran has to do is survive.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? As long as they can survive, because basically they can just hide in them caves. You know what I'm saying? Let Esau throw his shit on. Now Esau gonna destroy some shit.
Yeah.
But once he starts striking those military bases that's in, what is it, CCE? What is
Yeah.
it? The CCE.
You talking about the Gulf?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, where he got bases at all over there,
Yeah,
the
GCC.
the land barren and desolate. He got bases all. Once they start striking them and destroying, it's gonna be hard for Esau to really. America would rather not have a long-term war in this region.
That's why he was hoping for them to bow down quicker.
Immediately.
But look who you're not dealing with. You're
They
dealing
got
with
hands.
real power.
They gonna make them doing push-ups for 20 years.
Right.
Yeah.
They gonna make them use resources.
Yeah. They don't.
Right.
Just like the war in Vietnam.
Yeah.
They just hid in that jungle forever. It's just like we just gonna fight these niggas forever. The same thing can happen, like you mentioned, with Iran. They can hide in those mountains.
That's right.
Yeah.
Even the Greeks didn't bring down the Persians. They still in the same land.
Yeah.
Just because how it's strategically made, man.
Yeah.
They can just go in the mountain. They gonna always survive.
Hey, it's funny you said when I came up here, I was watching some news or whatever, and they keep asking them, "Is Russia helping you? Who's helping you with this? Who's helping you find our location? Who's
Persians
this?"
have never
And he's
been this
smirking
place.
and not really answering. Then I asked him, but Esau keep asking you a different way, and you don't give him what he wants. And he keep asking him, "Is Russia helping you?" So now it's like, bro, everybody's involved in some type of way. It will manifest
He's so tight.
eventually who's fully involved, and then they're gonna get more involved,
Yeah, I
and
like
that's gonna
seeing
lead to
so
World War
bad.
III as far as the news.
What I've noticed is that when you watch media, it's a lot of the West talking.
Yeah.
These other nations show a lot more restraint.
Yeah.
Because I used to get mad at Iran, like, come on, man, goddamn, bro.
They got right.
Put your hands up.
But do something.
Do something. They gonna let them whoop you like this?
Hey, yo.
Right. But you realize we cannot give up our strategic position yet.
Right.
We gotta hold on, man.
Calculated.
Because they're building.
We have to.
Right, because they're building during that time. How can they have all these missiles that they don't even know the number? They tell them fake numbers. Others, it's so many. That's why they wanted that on the program as far as on the deal to get away from the missile program from Iran.
Yeah.
So why they asking them to do that? Because they know they've been working this whole time. So if they would have moved, like when we was like, come on, they wouldn't have the buildup that they had to say I'm strong now.
Well, it's our job to hasten the day.
It's our right, but I'm right, kind.
But strategically, now you're starting to see, okay, this is why they didn't do nothing. This is why Russia chilling.
Right.
They waiting for everybody to show their hand.
Right, that trap, that snare, they want to set up a snare because these folks are crazy.
That's right. Because ultimately, when you look at the United States military, it's these high-end technological weapons that can really fuck you up. So you have to really understand how it's going to be used, where, when, so you can counter it. Right. So we're watching these nations make these certain moves.
Filling each other out.
And it's just like you said, I know I said this in my algorithm. Now we're finding out that Iran got hands.
Yeah, they got some shit.
Right?
Real gameplay. That's not fucking Venezuela.
Yeah. This ain't Afghanistan.
Should go snatch them out.
Right? This is not Iraq.
No.
Right? And just like you said, the Persians have been beaten back by the Alexander beat the shit out of them. But they never just went into the interior of what we understand as Iran and just wrecked shop. Even Genghis Khan and all them never just went into the interior of Persia and wrecked shop. And they're gonna try to do that now. We're gonna see. That's right. Let's keep going, champ.
Continuing on, Joel 3:11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about.
Right.
Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord.
Right, so now everybody's on high alert.
Yep.
Right? Not just Iran, but Afghanistan, Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Jordan, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Yemen. Now people gonna have to learn the map. You got a lot of people that live in the United States, they live in Texas. You say, where's New Mexico?
They can't point that shit out.
They pointing at New York.
Hey, damn. I'm sorry.
Much less try to identify what's going on in the biblical nations that you read about in the East. They ain't even never looked. Right? They too worried about what they gonna eat.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like I said, you gonna worry about what's going on when the gas prices are $6 a gallon, $7 a gallon, and it can happen like that. We here in Texas. That's right. Right? Gas last week was $2.70.
Shit, that shit climbing.
It's $3.20 already.
That shit climbing.
1 week.
Yep, the gas station by my house went from $2.79 to $3.29.
Come
on,
Yeah. In a week.
Right. So now let's do another week.
Come on, man. Right. It's gonna keep rising.
Europe is going through that same thing, but I think it's increasing
faster rate.
more.
Yep.
Everything happens outside of the U.S. dollar faster.
Come on.
We're liquid. We got the U.S. dollar. So everybody else is gonna happen faster.
Come on.
What you think that's gonna produce? That's gonna produce 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter.
That's what I'm at.
Dissension, hate, sedition.
Right. Like a bread, like a bread.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Sitting there invading one another. Because why?
All these
You ain't got no
scriptures
other
are
option.
connected, man.
That's right.
The scriptures of salvation are connected to the scriptures of destruction that happens before it.
Right.
Yep, that's right.
Okay? Let's go, champ.
That's right.
Joel 3:12 says, let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shaphat.
Right.
For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Right. So the Parmenians, the Persians have been wakened. And And that's just one part of the process. Now the Most High wants it to go. Okay?
Damn, I don't feel like stop preaching. We can keep
It
going.
is not. Damn, we gotta get through some more of this.
Yeah,
though.
hell yeah. They're just gonna have to wait.
Yeah, it's time. But Joel 3:13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come get ye down, for the press is full, and the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great.
Right, so everything has been, all the BS that's going on in the world has been gathered up for an ultimate decision.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
For it to be pressed down so you can see the fruits of your labor. The people are going to see the fruits of the wickedness that has been put out in the earth, man.
Man.
Everything is going to receive a judgment, whether a righteous judgment or a wicked judgment. Now, the Most High is describing, hey, with all this wickedness that you've done to my people, the apple of my eye, right? I've set forth the judgment of warfare to happen in the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's right.
Okay? And it's going to be a devastating judgment. Okay? Now, everybody's talking, and it's still going to be a thief in the night to these people. Because when you listen to these pundits, they don't think that America's going to be destroyed by thermonuclear destruction. They're just like, oh my God, look at my tax dollars going to waste. I thought Trump was, now they're talking about voting for the Democrats.
Right, they ain't got no eyes to see.
They're not talking about, hey, this is going to culminate America being destroyed off the face of the earth and the true nation of Israel being risen up. No. They talking about China's going to be the next digital emperor. Shit.
At the same time they thinking that,
Hell no.
bro, hey, these are the same people that's saying that, wicked people are saying that times are unusually wicked. Wicked people are saying how wicked it's getting. But then they're not thinking about the end of that. And that's why you're reading the harvest is ripe. Okay? The press is overflowing. With what? The evil is that harsh on the earth. It's that bad. So you know a judgment
Yeah,
coming.
it's too bad.
It's too bad. So the Lord gonna have to stop it now. He's gonna have to intervene because it's spilling over, man. Okay, it's ripe.
Yep, let's get some more of that. Get a few more.
Joel 3:14, multitudes in the valley of decision, but the day of the Lord is near in the valley of decision.
That's right. So in order for us to see multitudes, this thing has to escalate. It's not going to just be drones flying around. Right. Once they run out of these little anti-defense missile systems, what they going to do now? Okay? I can't wait till they run out of missiles.
Man, I'm looking for it.
Okay?
I'm looking for it right
But they little popcorn missiles.
Yep, and even if you see a ceasefire, don't get all
Right.
messed up in the head. It's gonna continue. It's gonna eventually. It's gonna escalate.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Isaiah 33.
Right.
They ain't never held onto a treaty.
Ever, bro.
Bro,
they've always
they'll bomb your ass while they're negotiating.
Yep. That's
Boy.
the main thing Iran was saying.
Yeah.
We tried to negotiate with y'all 3 times and y'all broke it. Yeah. Woe unto you.
Man, bro.
You know?
In that 12-day war, right?
Jump down to
In
18.
that 12-day war, guess what? Those missiles got through.
They
With
said
that
so-
system?
Look, they said it's over $5 in Washington State. God damn.
Yeah.
See, there you go.
I was riding the bike like a mother. West Coast.
Yeah,
I be
Cali
pulling
and-
dust off my
yeah.
bike.
That shit's regular, y'all.
Washington, like DC area.
No.
Washington
State.
State.
Yeah.
It's high.
It's high even.
That's normal, like
Yeah.
$5.
Yeah.
that bullshit.
You go to the Bay Area, that should be 5.
6.
Consistently. Goddamn.
Oh, I said I had the strongest legs ever.
Yeah, I mean, you gonna see me over there in Washington State talking about the
Mark system.
Hey.
GMS Mario Kart.
Damn, segue.
Look at the nigga all on the motherfucker.
And Shalom, Mike, I'll be there and I'll be at camp about 45. I'll be on that damn
Man.
Past Bowser.
You pause for a longer stride.
Man.
Go ahead.
We're going to jump down to verse 18, Joel 3:18. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the mountains shall drop down new wine. It's talking about, what the end result of all of this conflict. And the hills shall flow with milk, and all the rivers of Judah shall flow with waters.
It's gonna be refreshed. Right? See how that destruction leads into salvation and redemption? It's all tied together.
Yeah.
So when we look at the calamities that's befallen, and our heart rejoices. That's why you see brothers up here so animated. Because we know that this is the Most High putting this together, man.
That's it.
It's his decision.
It's his decision. That's
Yeah.
right.
That's what just watch.
Go ahead.
And the fountain shall come forth of the house of the Lord, and shall water the valley of Shittim.
Yep, that's the doctrine. The law, statutes, commandments are going to be spread throughout the four corners of the earth. Go ahead.
Is what I wanted. Egypt shall, verse 19, Egypt shall be a desolation, and Edom shall be a desolate wilderness. For the violence against the children of Judah, because they have shed innocent blood in their land.
So that all culminates in Esau being the end of the world.
Right. And when you go to all those prophecies, Esau's mentioned, man.
Esau, Edom, he'll switch it up. Same
Okay.
person.
It is what it is, man.
The whole thing, from start to finish, this was a heavy sermon. But, you know, what time is it?
10:04.
All right. Hey, anybody else got anything?
Hey, keep watching. That's it. Just keep watching. Yep.
You know, brothers are going to be doing all constant updates. You know, stay locked in. Stay spiritual, man. We coming into the time of the Passover. And, you know, if a person can't get it, move on, man. We're not here to cast our pearls on the swine. We did that already. Like the apostles say. If a person can't get it, F them. We ain't here to worry about what other people think, man. And if they want to come and put cameras in our face, good luck. Because there's a lot of questions that CNN and Fox
Right.
News need to answer.
We gonna do better than Tucker Carlson.
That's right. There's a lot of questions that
Think he had you on your heels, nigga.
Man. Because Mike Huckabee, he get questioned by us. He gonna look way dumber.
He gonna
walk
take off
off.
running.
All right.
Nigga ain't gonna do it.
He gonna knock something over.
You saw what happened when Vocab Malone came up here. He got smacked up. With the spirit power, how about you got shot? And then he went on a 2-year crime campaign trying to get his lick back via bug out Israelites. We don't need to try to go find some bug out Christian to crush him. No. We just gonna stand on our post and preach. Watch the prophecy and the word of the Heavenly Father manifest itself.
That's right. That's right.
Okay?
All right, man. So we're gonna face the east. All right. Give all praises to the Heavenly Father.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakak Wadash.
Honor to the apostles, the bishops, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
Daylight savings.
Good. How you doing, big dog? Nah, you good, man.
That speech impediment hit me. I couldn't bring it out right.
He's like, God damn.
God damn.
Shit, goddamn.
Nah, that just means that I'm gonna go to my back patio and I'm gonna start reading out loud.
Yeah.
That's good.
White car? That's
Yes, sir. How much I owe you?
Usually I charge 20.
What's your schedule look like now? You want?
Same.
Still got that ugly schedule?
No. I work Monday to Friday now.
Okay.
I used to work Tuesday. I used to work Friday to Tuesday.
Yeah.
But now it's just Monday, Friday. I get off just around 7:38.
Yeah, I get off at 7 too.
Yeah. I go 7 to 7:30.
Yeah, I go 10:30 to 7.
We about an hour. Well, I'm 2 hours.
Somebody break this down for me.
High couch. This new. He's a high couch. So guess what? It's about time for me to start recording some more deaths. They're trying to hold it back as long as possible.
Niggas over there getting cool.
Because think about it, if you tell the truth from the jump, a lot of people gonna be scared.
Panic.
Gonna be like
Pandemonium.
more timid.
They done cooked me.
Yeah, tell you.
They're trying to hold that civil unrest back.
Right.
You
Yes.
can't have civil unrest. You gotta go fight these. You gotta do all this shit.
You know why? Because how is it look for the soldiers to die? So many to die that quickly when it just started.
Yeah,
Trying to fix this trash. I don't need it.
And they ain't brought the weapons. The boys yet.
they said they using the old shit. They said they using the old shit.
Give me some.
Did I?
I'll
Come on.